What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me? This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later.
What's up, guys? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Relationship Wednesdays with us. Happy Wednesday. Make sure you hit the like button because it is free. We have a bunch of new people on today. If you are interested in joining the panel, you have to message me on IG and just send panel in the DMs. Fellas, there's a little bit of wait, but ladies, we are welcoming new women. But welcome, panel. Go Spurs, FYI. But we're going to go through the panelists because you see some new faces on here. Of course, you guys know Jess. Go follow her on her social media platforms of It's Me_Gorgeous. Of course, you guys know Shampoo at Ask Shampoo. We're returning again is Dalen. Follow her on IG at 10DER Oni. We have a new guest, Mr. Pullup. Where can the people find you at?
You can find me on Spencer R. Henderson Films, IG. Check me out.
Okay. Welcome. And then we have Karmelo. Make sure you go follow her at Mama XI Heels. We have a new guest, Darren. How can the people find you?
You can find me at Point Makers Podcast on YouTube and on Instagram.
Okay, thank you. And then a new panelist, SJ. Do you want the people to find you? If so, where can they find you at?
You can find me at I Know the Truth Podcast on YouTube, and you can also find me at I Am Queen of Hearts on IG.
Okay. And another new guest, Darby. Where can the people find you at?
What's going on, y'all? You can find me on Instagram at Darby is King or on YouTube at Ross Report with Darby.
Okay. Thank you. Of course, you guys know Anton Daniels. Make sure you go follow and support all these panelists tonight and be nice. Okay. We don't need any losers like the Knicks tonight, but it's a lot been going on in the news.
Calm down, Q. Calm down.
Shampoo, don't let me kick you off because y'all, let me not jinx. Okay. Y'all been fighting them streets in New York. Okay. But it's a lot been going on in the streets, not just New York. It's a lot with the criminal system. But we're going to start off with a little icebreaker. Everybody's upset regarding different verdicts going on in court. So let's watch this clip and then talk about it.
In the hours following this ruling, a community is looking to be heard and wanting to keep attention on the case that is sparking debate nationwide.
WI's reporter Lena Allen speaking with demonstrators earlier today and shares their message tonight.
Protesters outraged about the Rick Chow murder trial not guilty verdict, letting their signs and voices
Justice for Cyrus
be seen and heard. For many, this case has been personal from the very beginning.
We've been involved in the situation from the very beginning, from the day that Cyrus was murdered.
Jerome Bowers, a part of the many protesters who say they believe the verdict represents a failure of the justice system.
We're going to stand in the gap for children who are losing their lives unjustly.
The shock and emotions flooding in after the verdict Monday as the cries of Carmack Belton's family filled the courtroom. Rick Chow's wife also getting emotional as they took the handcuffs off her husband. Meanwhile, a call for change now filling the streets. A memorial for Carmack Belton placed where he was shot, 130 yards from the gas station, now surrounded by flowers and water bottles. Chow and his son suspected Carmack Belton stole a water bottle from their store in 2023, which turned out to be false. So today, instead of a sign, Michelle Fletcher was holding a bottle of water up in the air.
This is what they valued his body at and chasing him for because they thought that he had a bottle of water. And I just feel like his value is so much more than this.
As this protest has grown, so have RCSD deputies patrolling the gas station. They now have gates up to block off the area. An RCSD spokesperson says the new gas station owner decided to close down after yesterday's verdict.
Okay.
Good.
What do you guys think about what's been going on? Do you think that the people have a right to be mad at him being not guilty?
Yes.
Why?
Because he was shot in the back. He was trying to flee. They have to call the police.
Okay.
Call the police. You're not the police. You're supposed to be making chicken wings, egg rolls.
Not egg rolls. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. In some states, we gonna shoot first and then call the cops. So that's how some states are. Texas, that's how they are. They're gonna shoot first, then call the cops.
Yeah, but chase, I mean, in the back.
Chasing is a little different.
Because I don't think. Oh, go ahead.
That was an ego thing. I think he, bruised his ego, like, gonna take something or thought he took something and then running. It kind of makes you want to get him, but you can't do that. I mean, I guess you can because he got off.
I think to chase a 14-year-old over anything as an adult is crazy. That's just my opinion. I think he's 14, and as a store owner, even if you thought he stole some water, is that the time for a teaching moment, right? To say, hey, are you thirsty? Why are you stealing? Do you need something to drink? You could have did more good than bad, but to chase him down like that over water was crazy.
I don't think I would be nice to him like that. Do you want thirsty? Are you thirsty? But I wouldn't kill him. I'll call the police.
But I don't think any state allows you to chase somebody fleeing and kill them.
That state does.
They do. What state was it?
Got off.
I mean, I think he got off on some other crap. But I mean, myself, I'm from California. We don't have to stand your ground, and even though it does happen out here. But from where I'm from, you can't chase a fleeing person now because they don't present a threat while they're running.
Yeah. All of y'all are wrong, but it's okay. We'll get there.
No, they're not.
How we wrong?
So he got shot because he had a gun and he pointed it at the guy's son. But with my 14-year-old brain, if two grown men are chasing me, I might up a gun on you too because I'm 14. So the dad shot Mr.
Why
Chow
does a 14-year-old have a gun first?
That was my question.
We don't know his life. We don't know his life. We don't know. I don't know why he has a gun. Is it
he shouldn't have a gun. That's why
before we even deep dive into the subject itself, I would like to know what y'all thoughts are on a 14-year-old carrying a gun with a laser on it.
He's out of pocket.
No, that's different.
I mean, he's
ready to kill somebody.
Yeah.
I think people have that question wondering why, but when it gets to the point of murder and you're being shot in the back, nobody cares about why a 14-year-old is carrying a gun because that's not going to be the determining factor of justifying why he was shot in the back and killed. We can all collectively agree and admit that any teenager that is affiliated with anything where they're carrying a firearm, especially a semi-automatic, specifically is what it was, that already is like, what type of life are you living? Are you a part of, hanging out with the wrong people? Or do you, affiliated with something that's not going to be justification to determine whether or not he deserved to be shot because it wasn't even proven in court that the gun was pointed at him. There's no witness testimony to speak to that. There's no surveillance footage to speak to that. Only the person, Rick Chow, the perpetrator who shot him, is the only witness to say that, he felt that his son's life was in danger. So I don't care. I don't want to be distracted with why he had a gun because he is dead.
You don't want to be distracted why a 14-year-old is carrying a gun with no money, no way to pay,
That's beside the point. They
Just
didn't say
say
he tried to rob them.
But I can speak to that.
Yes, they did. He did try to rob him,
He did
but
not. He didn't try to rob him.
He didn't try to
try to
rob
rob
him.
The
I
video
got a
I seen, he left the
waters,
store. The
the
video I seen, he
waters.
left out the
He
store.
did not.
He
He
tried
shook
to
the hoodie out and
steal.
he left.
No, he didn't. He put him back.
He
It's
He
on
put
camera. He
And
put
on
him
top,
back and he
the
left.
upon
Yes,
But
entering
he
he
the
didn't
store,
tried.
he didn't
upon
try to steal
entering the store.
anything.
Yes, he did. It was the waters that he tried to take, which is why
No,
he
he
put him
didn't.
back.
He took the waters out. He put the waters back. When he got to the door,
So
they asked
what
him to
is
take
what
his
is
hoodie out.
try? So what does
Okay,
try
listen.
mean?
Maya, your
That's
mic
what
is
happened.
loud. Your
Your
mic
mic is like, okay. So when they watched him,
Hold on.
when they watched him take the waters out, that he put the waters back at the same time. When he got to the door, he shook his hoodie out to prove that he didn't have the water. He then left
You're
out of the
wrong.
store.
No,
Well,
she
the
did
video
not.
I saw, that's what he did. The
Listen,
video I seen, that's what he
listen.
did.
I'm not even gonna give my opinion as much tonight because I've given my opinion a lot. I actually interviewed Sean Kent this morning on the morning show, and we asked all of these questions. We watched the footage. I looked at the closing arguments. I looked at all the evidence. You can pull most of it off of the internet. But again, I interviewed the lawyer this morning, and the reason why he didn't want to show what was in his hoodie is because that's where he had the gun. Again, it
But
goes.
he didn't try to
Hold
use it though.
on.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Hold on. You have to understand that the only reason that he was fleeing was because he didn't want to reveal that he had a gun because that's what they thought the water bottle was.
And
They
that's okay.
thought, let me give you the facts. All right. I'm going to give you what was presented in court. I'm not giving you anything about my opinion. I'm telling you what was discovered in court when it came to the witnesses, the corroboration of stories, and interrogation by the police, the whole 9 yards. I had an extended conversation with the lawyer today again, too. He ran. This is the theory. The reason that he didn't want to pull out his shake and really pull out his hoodie is because that's where he had the gun.
Sean Kent is his lawyer?
And no, Sean Kent was a lawyer for Rick Chow, the guy that beat the case.
Gotcha.
If he would have shown the gun, he would have went to jail. That's why he ran. He didn't do it innocently.
What?
There is no law in South Carolina where you cannot chase after a person that is stealing from your store. He established that in court. They established it in the final arguments. Is one of the reasons why he was able to beat the case. So it doesn't matter what it's like in California. The theory was he was throwing stuff and then he failed. The gun came out. He grabbed the gun, pointed it at the son. The father was chasing behind. They told him to stop, and then they wound up shooting him in the back because he was pointing it at his son.
No.
He ran though. At that point, he's no longer a threat.
It wasn't that he was fleeing. If he had never had the gun, he wouldn't be in this predicament in the first place.
That's not true. That is a lie. That is
That's
so
not true.
How
Whoa,
is that a
whoa.
lie?
Hey, hold on, no, y'all.
Threat if you got a
I
gun.
can't
Hey,
wait.
How is that a lie?
Didn't the dude?
One mic, y'all. One mic.
Ain't the dude Rick? Didn't he shoot at a few more people or something?
Yes, he has
Kind of like ain't that his MO?
Hold on, let me help you out.
This
Okay.
is not his first time.
He's called the police over 200 times.
Uh-huh.
The first time that he wound up getting into a gun situation was that somebody had went to the car, threatened to kill him, and came back with a weapon.
Okay.
That was corroborated already. The second time somebody actually tried to physically do something to him, assault him, that person also went to jail because they are the ones that actually pulled out a weapon and tried to hurt him. So when we having these conversations, I want y'all to have them in truth. I don't want
I'm asking because I
No.
don't know.
It was somebody else that said, "Oh yeah, he did this 2 other times." When you are in these situations, are you expecting for him to get pistol whipped?
Yeah, but if those incidents happen to him so many times and he called the police 200 times, why does this guy have to pay for it all the times that happened to him?
Because he's the one that pointed the gun at his son.
No, I understand that part.
No, that was not even proven in court, Anton. They couldn't even prove that they did that. So why are you saying that he pointed the gun?
That was what was presented in court. That is one of the reason why a jury of his peers, including 5 black people, no Asians on the panel, white people and others. They said that he was not guilty based off of where the coroner's report, based off of where the gun, the trajectory of the bullet, the whole 9 yards. It was a whole trial. They prepared for it for 3 years. It lasted for a week, and then they came out with the verdict instantly because it was.
From what I read, wait a minute, because he's saying that it was proven. I can acknowledge it was presented in court, but I don't recount anywhere where it was proven, because originally he said he feared for his son's safety. Okay, fear for his safety based on what? On whom? And why?
What he just said.
It was because that he feared that he was robbing the store. Which one? And he was not even aware of what he was holding when he chased him out of the store. If he felt that his son's safety was at risk while he was inside of the store,
he didn't feel like his son's safety was at risk until he seen the gun come out.
Wait a minute. Why would they say? Wait a minute. Why would they chase anybody that they suspect?
Because this is not California, and you have a right to protect your property. And if you suspect somebody is stealing from your store, it is not against the law for you to be able to chase them. That is not something that's breaking the law.
This is lawyer.
It's a difference. It's a difference from what you feel and what the law is.
We're not talking about feelings. We are talking about the law.
You're talking about feelings because it was presented in court that it is not against the law for you to chase somebody fleeing your business. It's not against the law.
But it is an arrestable offense to shoot someone in the back, and it speaks to your intent. Why did you chase them in the first place, knowing that you were?
It's so funny. Every single time a person speaks, they speak based off of their emotion. If he had not had a gun. Listen, if Rick Chow really just wanted to kill him, because you have to remember, he ran out because his son ran after him. The son was ahead of him. The boy failed. The gun came out. He picked up the gun and was pointing it.
Let
me ask you a question.
Hey, Anton, was the son
on the 911 calls, he's trying to resuscitate him. He's telling the boy, make sure you get the police here. Call the ambulance. He's trying to help the boy, right?
Okay.
On the 911 calls, they're there. If he wanted to just chase him down to kill him, then he could have before he ever took off.
But that's
so when you chase
before they discovered a gun. The fact of the matter is, if somebody gets something up off of you and you chase them, because I don't know where we got this shit from, where we could just allow motherfuckers to take shit from us, and we just not supposed to do something with it. That's some liberal. That's what they found out later. But that's some liberal bullshit. That's not what none of y'all would do. It'd be up for less for most of y'all.
No.
It'd be up for less. So let's throw that bullshit out of the window. If you was to find if your daughter or your son run after somebody, they fall, and let's just say, for the sake of conversation, they got a pistol. Do you think that you should go to jail, or that you shouldn't defend your kid? Because
no, I'm definitely gonna smoke somebody.
Every single person on this panel was pulling the trigger.
No, I'm definitely smoking you over my kid.
Exactly.
But when the son, when the son chased them, he chased them thinking it was the water, but it was the gun. Is that what made him go after him? Because you sat down with the lawyer. Is that what originally made the son go outside?
The mother is the one that was watching him. If you look at the footage inside of the store, the son came from behind the counter when the boy walked outside. The father went from behind the son, and he was the person that he automatically was carrying inside of the store.
So what did they chase him for? If he showed he didn't have water.
One mic, y'all gotta do one mic.
I just want to say, is my mic lower now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, this is the thing.
He deserves to die.
The Asian man, you can say that the Asian man did overreact.
What are you talking about, Kamara? It sounds weird.
Her mic?
What, you can hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah. It just sounds great. It just sounds
like scratchy a little bit.
It sounds like your reverb, like real high.
Your reverb.
I want to turn something.
I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
Turn that down.
We can hear you. I mean, we can hear you fine. It just sound weird.
Yeah.
My bad, y'all. I'm gonna have to get my husband.
Sound a little better now.
Can I say this real quick though?
Yeah, it sounds better now.
Like,
okay,
someone really got shot over a water bottle for real. I did not know about this.
It wasn't. That's not
No,
why
it
he
wasn't
got.
just a
That's
water
not
bottle,
why
man.
he
It
got
was strap,
shot.
man.
Like this is the thing. Nobody's really
I know,
following the story. Like y'all just want to keep saying he got shot over a water bottle. If your son, like he said,
we probably resonate more than anything. But I'm just like, this is crazy. Like I'm probably on your side more than anything. But the fact that someone is dead because they were stealing water, 14 years old with a gun, he's dead. You know, it's personally, like Anton said earlier, we put it up for less. Honestly, if I saw somebody running out of my store with a water bottle, I'd probably just let him go. I really would.
But that's the thing. He didn't see him running out of the store with a water bottle. Like he said, his son went out first. So if you see your son going after somebody, it's like, hold on.
But
like,
what was he going
like
before?
Listen,
and I agree with that for sure.
Let me just say what I gotta
Nobody
say.
is speaking to that. That is so obnoxious. Speak to why the son. What the hell did the father say to Anthony's to make his son run after him in the first place? That sounds
Why the fuck you in the store with no ability to pay? Why you in the store with no ability to pay?
He might have had money on his phone.
No. I talked to the lawyer today. They definitively proved that there was no possible way for him to pay. It wasn't a card, wasn't nothing on his phone, wasn't nothing, wasn't no cash, nothing. There was no possible way for him to pay.
So just say he was there to steal. Wait.
So we got a 14-year-old. That can't pay for anything.
If his intent was there to steal and he had no money and he was going to rob the store, he was coming there to rob the store, and whatever happened, he something went wrong, and he slips and runs out the store. You can't chase up here in New York and New Jersey. You can't chase them like that.
Those are liberal places. That's not how it works in South Carolina.
Even in Tennessee and this happened in Texas.
Let me just finish.
I do one mic.
Finish, y'all. Y'all gotta chill.
That's why. Well, my parents, they always said, you have to live with in liberal states if you're a black man. Because you'll be dead.
Yeah.
You'll be dead.
Yeah.
And the fact that the black jury, that's the last jury I want. Don't nobody like black people, even black people. So I don't want to see no black judge. I don't want to see no black jury. I take my chances. Hang on. If I'm on a jury, if I'm on trial for something, I'd rather have all white jury. They'll treat me better than a nigga ever would. I want a white jury. And for Rick Chow, was his lawyer black? Was Rick Chow's lawyer black?
Yes.
Yes, he was. I'm finna look it up.
That's the problem. That's why nobody can have the right conversation.
I'm not finished. Dalen, I'm not finished.
You are finished because
I'm not finished. I ain't finished.
You've been done when you started. I'm making the right thing. That's
I'm
why
not finished. I'm not finished.
Dalen, you gotta control.
Let him finish, man.
No, see what I think he's trying to say is that.
Let me say it. I ain't trying to say it. Let me say it.
Go ahead.
Y'all gotta do one mic.
Listen, if his intent was to rob the store, just say that. That's period. And he put something back and all that. He shouldn't have came in there with the gun. You right, Anton. That's definitely. So he's a crook. Just say he's a criminal.
Y'all gotta calm yourself down and allow for him to get his thoughts off.
I just don't think that. I understand him trying to protect his son, but once his son wasn't in danger no more, now you looking for revenge, and I understand that too. Don't get it twisted. I understand that too. But sometimes you got to catch yourself and say, yo, let me call the police. Because if that's the fact, we don't need no police no more. What do you need them for? I'll just take this nigga out.
Shampoo, when was his son not in danger anymore? Because he pointed the gun at the boy. He was pointing the gun
So
at the
why
boy.
didn't he stop? Why didn't he stop running if he pointed the gun at him? Why keep running after him?
What do you mean?
If he's
running
dangerous and he
after
got
him?
a gun, why keep running after him?
Because he's pointing a gun at my damn son. What are you
But
talking
here's the
about?
question, though.
Are you for real right now?
Can I ask this
Why would
question
you
to
run at
everybody?
somebody who has a gun?
His
Are
son
you
was 23,
serious
by the
right
way.
now?
His
Hold
son-
on,
his
can I
son-
ask this one question, y'all?
Go ahead, Darren.
Why did the son chase him out the store anyway?
That's
For what?
That was
Because he
the
thought that
son.
he stole.
But he showed him he didn't have the water. So if you ain't got the water, what
He
is you
didn't know that
chasing?
he didn't have the water.
Know
Yes,
what
he
he
did.
had.
Can
He got
That's the
killed
whole
over
point of him
water. He did
running.
get killed over
Can I
water.
He
just
thought the
add
gun was the
Oh
water.
my God.
to this
So
whole
he had
Robert?
the gun in the hoodie, but he didn't know
Exactly.
it was a gun. He thought the
Okay.
gun was the water. So when he ran
Exactly.
outside, he didn't know that it was a gun. He thought it was out of their store, so he chased them. But come to find out, it was a gun.
Okay.
And theft,
All right.
and theft
All right.
management, and theft management. No matter if you put something back anyway, they still gonna try to check you to see what else you got on you, because you
I
might just put
understand
the least
Facts.
expensive thing
Facts.
down, and you got
Facts.
something else. Yeah.
Y'all
Facts.
got to remember, this is not like we working at Target or some shit and we lost prevention. This is their business.
Yeah.
This is not like
son was
this is
23,
not
by the
I'm
way.
working security for Walmart and the nigga stole and I don't want to chase him out to the parking lot.
That's their
This is
family.
their business.
Fuck their business.
That's their family. That's their business.
You're talking about feelings and facts and stuff. The facts are, correct me if I'm wrong, the video shows that they asked him to leave his backpack at the front, which is not uncommon for people like that to ask. He did do so. He didn't even get pushback. If he picked up an item, that's his privilege and his legal right as an American citizen to shop in a public business. And
With no money.
Okay, I heard you earlier when you said it's not illegal to walk into a place of business without no damn money. I do it all the time. So it don't even matter.
I don't know that brokey behavior.
Okay, well, whatever. Anywho, the point of the matter is that even if they thought he stole, how are you going to think that he stole? You asked him to leave his property at the front to ensure that he couldn't stuff nothing in his bag. And even if he had something in
He
his
had a
pocket,
hoodie on. Did you watch the video?
yes, I did. Let me finish addressing it. How in the hell are you going to fit 4 bottles of cold water inside of your hoodie pocket? The hoodie pockets are
You didn't watch the video. You didn't watch the video.
Yes, I did. And I saw him
You didn't watch the video.
and showed that he did not have water. And it makes total sense that if you are armed, you definitely don't want to show someone who is exhibiting behavior that they believe that you're stealing. I'm not going to show my gun with no money and then
She
now
didn't watch the video, Shampoo.
and then now give them
No,
reason
I
to
can't watch
rob from the store.
You watching it now?
Yo, it's hot in South Carolina, man. It's hot in South Carolina, bro.
You sitting here trying to make it seem like you can't put 4 bottles of water in your hoodie pocket.
It wasn't proven in court.
Anybody can do that.
It wasn't proven in court, though. How about that?
It was brought out in court, and guess what? The man got off, and y'all just mad about
No,
it.
now you want to skip. What y'all gonna do about it? What are y'all gonna do about it? Y'all not gonna stop. Y'all not gonna stop. Now you want to skip to the verdict.
Kamaya.
Y'all not gonna stop spending money with these Asian people. Y'all not gonna stop start opening your own little hair stores and
Hold on, we're not gonna go there yet. That's later in the show. We're not gonna talk about that.
saying.
Can I make a
We're not
point?
gonna talk about that right now because that's later on in the show.
Can I make a point?
You think it was calculated?
You gotta raise your hand just like this.
I know it's like I gotta raise my hand at this point.
Let's just go ahead, Jess.
Thank you. I'm trying to be nice, cute, and ladylike today.
Okay, with the new hair.
I know. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
Shampoo. You
good. I will say,
you're almost there. You might get you a flight.
I'm weak. But I will say this.
She might get her a flight, Q.
I'm weak. As someone who does have
Jacobs.
Can I get my point? As someone who does have a degree,
Shampoo, Delta Comfort.
She gonna be playing that new Drake.
I got a knee padding for you.
He said
Oh my God.
He'll be on there BT.
Hey, Jess,
Let Jess get her point off.
that damn Jess gonna make
Hold on, she can't be mad because she don't
No,
want to.
because I'm really trying
She came
today.
with a new look. She got a moisturized forehead.
Yeah, you glistening, Jess.
I'm
Just
trying
like
to do
this.
right today, and y'all spoiling now. Don't make Jessica come out. But as somebody who does have a degree in law and has studied criminal law, I will say this: law is not about, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Law to me isn't about, law isn't about justice. In my opinion, law is about what you can prove, right?
Yeah.
We can use this same case with the for an example, OJ. We know OJ did it, but it's what evidence you prove to the court, because once you prove your case either way, then it's pretty much up to if it's a jury or if it's by judge. My echo, somebody thing throwing me off. But I mean, I don't know why people get so upset and why they compare cases, because each case is different. It has a different set of facts. It has a different set of people, circumstances, legal teams, peers. It just has so many different circumstances that I hate that people are comparing cases. For an example, Karmelo to Rick. To me, that's like comparing apples to oranges. But at the end of the day, were they wrong? In my opinion, yes. But were they able to prove in court enough to get him off? Then it is what it is. So if we stop being so emotional about it and just say, you know what, it's about what we can prove, then it'll help you sleep better at night. And then that's just my opinion on it.
Well, you said every case is different. That Italian guy, Mangiano, he has a GoFundMe, whatever he has with damn near million. Wait. He got damn near $1 million in there, right? And he murdered somebody. This black kid that just got 35 years.
We're not gonna talk about that because that's another subject.
But I'm gonna just say this and leave it here, right? So although each case is different, there's like different statutes and different laws that you can compare it to determine kind of what that set of facts is, will determine like the outcome of that situation. I lost my train of thought, but you get what I'm trying to go here. You can't really compare cases in a lot of situations, but you can compare it to the statutes and then go from there. And even though cases are similar, does not mean that they're going to have the same outcomes. So we will make ourselves feel a lot better if we stop trying to compare apples to oranges and realize that each thing is different and it's going to have different outcomes. Sometimes it's fair, sometimes it isn't. But at the end of the day, as Anton always say, it rains on the just and the unjust, and that's just life.
That's what the word of God says. That's what God says.
But you always quote it though.
Black people are the most.
I gotta get the appropriate credit that comes straight from the word.
Black people are the most religious people I've ever met.
Oh God!
And don't have no reason to be.
Oh my! We're not gonna get into that.
Them niggas always getting shot in the back, and tarred and feathered.
We got more to talk about these cases.
And then they'll thank God. Thank you, God.
Oh my!
What, nigga?
No, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna go to the super chats. We still got more of this.
Hold on, Q. So is there anybody outside of me, and I'm assuming Carmaya, that believes that Rick Chow deserves to be found not guilty?
Does he sure?
I'm on the fence about that. I don't know. I
don't think he.
If it's about him pointing a gun at my kid and then I shot him, he deserves not to be guilty if that's what it's over. I think what has me on the fence though is he didn't have to get chased out the store because he thought something. I think so. But if it's about my kid, right? I can understand anybody killing over their kid. And if that's the bottom line, I can understand.
Well, if he's threatened.
SJ, I like your ability to communicate. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you and Jess got the same head moisturizers?
You know what? I have very beautiful skin. I have a skincare routine.
No.
They ain't got no makeup. They glistening.
I'm with it. I'm not dissing.
I drink a lot of water. We drink
water.
I'm not dissing. I'm actually celebrating it. I think it's beautiful. I'm just wondering, what do y'all have on your heads?
Teach Henley. They got some
You got
Teach
some
Henley
vitamin
super
C.
serum.
You got Tatchy Dewy moisturizer.
Period.
Lip gloss.
I'm
Yeah.
with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I just be wondering.
Look like 2 beige bowling balls.
Oh, shampoo. Hey, we gonna send you some moisturizer.
Yeah, send some the shampoo. He look ashy.
Yeah.
No, I ain't never ashy.
Yeah, your forehead ashy.
Never.
So why Darren? So is it Darren, right?
Yes, sir.
Why you say you on the fence, big dog?
Because I don't know the laws in that state. So that really, because the law's the law. You know what I mean? Wherever you at, whatever state you at, whatever you can do, you can do. And I don't know those laws. Like I said, I'm from California, and we don't have to stand your ground. Okay, I'm from the Bay Area, right? Anybody familiar with the Bay? A lot of our stores been shut down because if it's under $1,000, you ain't even supposed to restrain them.
Yeah.
So yeah, for real. So the dope things out here, man.
That's a California law. That ain't just
yeah.
over in the Bay. Yeah.
I mean, well, the Bay, but I'm saying that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about like in Los Angeles. I mean, I frequent down there, but I don't live there. But in the Bay, a lot of like Walgreens and CVS's and little stores like that, they've been shut down because the drug addicts go in there and they steal whatever they can and they go fence it on the street.
Yeah.
And they can walk right out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we defunded the police and everything and shit went crazy. It's just now getting
that's
back
why
to normal.
I was saying to I don't remember who I was saying it to, but I was saying that's a liberal democratic thing that people have trained people to believe that a motherfucker could just steal and you ain't supposed to do nothing about it. You ain't supposed to question them. You supposed to let them go and all of this. It's like, when did we start validating that shit?
But you know what though,
I
Anton?
remember when I was a young kid, nigga, you try to steal them quarter waters or 25 cent bag of chips, nigga, you got your ass beat.
Yeah,
it's up.
for real. Yeah.
Like it wasn't no, oh man, we could just let them go or whatever. It's like,
but to your point though, Anton,
bro,
to your point about the gun.
I remember a homeboy. I remember my homeboy stole. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I remember it so vividly is because the first time that me and him ever met, we had got into a fight because the nigga had lost at I think it was like Street Fighter or some shit at the arcade games. Because you used to be able to go to the corner store and had the arcade games at the corner store or whatever. And so it was like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or something. And the nigga didn't pay me. It wasn't but over like $1 or $2 or something because we was young. So we kind of got into it or whatever. That same nigga, man, he was stealing from that same store. Man, they called the police. The police didn't even the police didn't even arrest him. The police beat his ass. We used to have this. We used to have a police unit in Detroit called Gang Squad. And Gang Squad was a no-nonsense, hard-nosed, before all of this defund the police and protest and bullshit. Gang Squad wasn't really arresting people because they were supposed to be, going after, a lot more aggressive type of people. But them motherfuckers was the type of people that they didn't take you to jail. They took your money. You know what I'm saying? They was whooping ass.
They was criminals.
Yeah, we had some shit like that out here.
It just was what it was. It was up. Yeah. It was up. And I remember they them niggas, they was talking, man. They was like, man, I'm over here for this little motherfucker. And they would just beat, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get your ass beat. Like straight up, ass beat. And that's it. And then they check your pockets, nigga, and keep it moving.
Right.
And he
had something like that in Memphis.
He never ever stole again, bro. Never stole again. Some of y'all in the chat know what's up. He never stole again. But my point is that this liberal bullshit where motherfuckers can't do nothing because you feel like they can steal because it ain't your shit is wild to me. And I'm not even talking about as relate to the case. I'm talking about the mindset of people validating bad behavior. That's why our kids ain't got no kind of control. They fucked up. That's why you only see teen takeovers from black kids.
Right.
That shit ain't even the car takeovers is different than the teen takeovers. The car takeovers don't even be people that's that young or under 18. Them just some rowdy motherfuckers in different areas that's part of car culture. Team takeovers are always black kids. It's never no white kids. It's never Asian kids. It's never no other kids. It's always black kids whose parents ain't got no motherfucking control. And that's because we keep thinking that these niggas is our friends instead of being a goddamn parents. That's why man, that nigga was posing with that same gun on social media and his parents ain't say nothing to him.
Yeah, what the fuck he doing with a gun?
They showed his social media.
What he doing with a gun?
Media in court.
Because see, this is my point, y'all. This is my point. This is a true story, right? I grew up in a high crime area out here in Cali, right? So I got 4 daughters, 1 son. My son is the oldest, right? So my son, I used to box. So of course, as a man, you teach your son, how to throw them hands so he don't get his ass whipped and come on like a little punk crying. So as he got older, his friends started getting shot. So I had to change my whole philosophy, and I told my son, keep your hands to yourself, boy. What you mean, Dad? I said, look, man, these niggas out here killing. If you get shot, that brings me back to the street, because you all I got.
Yep.
Yeah, but you telling your son to be a punk? No,
I didn't tell him to be no punk. I said, keep your hands to yourself, because they not fighting. These youngsters out here ain't fighting.
But your son don't want to hear that shit.
Somebody said it in my chat today. They said something not emotional intelligence, emotional something to where we're never ever taught to walk away ever.
I know
we're never ever told to walk away. I don't know what the fuck that is, bro. It's ego. Somebody said it is emotional something.
It's emotional stability.
No, it was
regulation.
Competence.
It was something about walking away.
Goddamn
like emotional detachment, emotional avoidance. Emotional avoidance is what they said. And basically that's to be able to say, I don't have no ego in this. And it don't mean that I'm scared. It just means that I don't want to get involved in this shit that ain't gonna produce nothing. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Right.
We don't have that in us, and I don't know if it's a black thing. I don't know if it's a cultural thing.
It's the ego.
It's a good thing, but we don't have the emotional intelligence to be able to say, first of all, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. As far as like get me to do some shit that I don't want to do just to prove it to them. Secondly, it ain't that I'm scared just because I'm walking away. And third, sometimes it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Of course it ain't.
Well, for the kids, right?
Kids feel like they don't have nothing.
We got to go to super chats. It's gonna continue. We gonna continue this. Let's get to the super chats. Just a little bit. JLC 13 USMC says he's 14 years old with a gun. Period. And the fact this little ninja had a gun on him that speaks to his intent, Dalen. And some of these individuals on this panel overlooking that ish like that in itself isn't a problem. Saturday Night Beater says, hurry up and buy. Calvin Dickerson 139 says, what up, Anton? It's crazy you can't murder someone if they push you. And if there's a video of him being jumped where it is, plus that kid should have testified if it would have helped. P Shank 1521 says, hey Q, sending love to Anton, ride or die friend. Shout out to you, P Shank.
Happy belated birthday, P Shank.
It was her birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. LJD cases Q thinking they should know where water is over the top, but about to pull out the blicky if these panelists can't use one mic. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Blicky is a gun. Pull out the blicky.
Oh, okay. Calvin Dickerson 139 says, Anton, if Chow wouldn't have left his business, this never would have happened. Chow had a history of this behavior too. Shout out to y'all.
We should have did.
What?
Somebody should have robbed this store when he went out doing the
No, but shout out to y'all. We appreciate you guys here on this Wednesday. Shout out to the super chatters. But we appreciate you guys. Though, if you guys are interested in joining the panel, just DM me on IG. But we got another clip to watch. Anton interviewing the lawyer. I think Shampoo, you got an echo. You got an echo, Shampoo.
I got an echo?
Yeah, anytime I see it in the voice memo. But let's watch this clip.
It's not there no more.
It's not there? Okay.
Just wanted to give people advice real quick on stealing.
You want to give advice on stealing?
Yeah, let them give advice on stealing.
Go ahead. What's your advice on stealing?
If you're going to steal something, buy something. That's the best way.
That's
in
true.
the backpack and then buy some gum.
Yeah, just no, not gum. Don't be smart like you trying to be slick. Buy something of substance and steal something of stuff.
Okay, and then return
Hey, Shampoo,
whatever
you
you don't
stealing and
want.
swiping
Okay.
your card at the same time? Don't they have your card information when you do that? But you got to buy with cash or something?
No, you go in the store if you want to steal a pair of earrings or something, or whatever you're going to steal. You steal them or whatever, you put them in your pocket, and then you go to buy something. So all the thought of you stealing something is over with because you're going to you buying something.
Okay. Anton channel does not approve this message. So if y'all get arrested, y'all can't come for us. Okay. This is only shampoo stocked. But let's watch this clip of Anton.
And out of the grave.
Let's watch this clip of Anton interviewing the lawyer.
Here's what makes me very good at what I do. And there are some really, 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 really good lawyers. If I'm being very raw and very honest, I want to be careful, but I said it on social media. There's two things that bothered me most about the criticism that I've gotten. Okay. One, and I don't want to make this complete race issue, but this part is I've gotten more commentary that they should have gone and hired another lawyer. They shouldn't have hired you. And I'm like, why? Well, they only brought you in because you're black. And I'm just like, why can't an African-American be the best lawyer? And we have, and there's so many people who have no problems with, he should have hired blank. And then again, I'm going to say this on Karmelo's team. I'm not saying that lawyer is not a good lawyer. I'm not saying he's not a great lawyer. I think his accolades speak for himself. He does good work. We didn't get to see him in the courtroom, so we don't know. But I had not heard a single message about Karmelo's accused, an African-American male accused of shooting and killing a young white boy. Nobody was pissed that Karmelo hired a white lawyer. Nobody. Because Karmelo had to get the best lawyer possible, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's like, oh, he hired a white lawyer. He got himself a token. No one complains in that situation. But if an African-American lawyer is hired, we can't be the best. We can't be as good as anybody else. And that's what really bothered me, Anton, about the commentary. I don't care if people hate me. I don't care the nasty. It comes with the territory. But I'll be damned if someone cannot acknowledge Black excellence, that an African-American can be just as good as anyone else can be. Yeah. And I am good. And look, people come to me not because of the color of my skin, because I'm very good at what I do. And I'm not embarrassed about it. I think you saw the post. I'm cocky about it because I know I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to do the effort. I'm going to bust my ass. And I'm going to give someone the best representation I can because I fight hard for the people who I represent.
Hell no. Hell no.
I didn't know that was, I didn't know that was his lawyer. That dude is high powered.
What's wrong with that though? Like, what's
wrong with that?
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with it.
The fact of the matter is, I know what he's saying, and he's talking that, he's talking that talk. He's a good lawyer. But there is no question in my mind that there was some discussion with that guy that owned that store. We better get a Black lawyer. Just like if I was on trial for rape, I would get a female lawyer. The same way I would do the same thing.
Shampoo, you know what happened? I bet you that brother worked for a law firm, and them Chinese people went to that law firm and they thought of it. Let's get the brother on this case.
But but what's wrong with that though? Because Karmelo did the same thing though. Karmelo got a white lawyer.
That's part of the game, no? I mean, you spend your money and that's their job.
Or they looked up who has beat something like this before and went and got that lawyer.
Well, he told me,
because if somebody got somebody off for this, I don't care what color you are. If you beat a case that I'm fighting and you already are knowledgeable, I don't care what color you are. I need you because you've been down this road before. You already beat something like this.
But that's not always the case, though. The first scenario that Darren and them gave is probably more likely, and especially when people are preparing for trial, they do set certain things up so that it does appear a certain way, and that's kind of what I was talking about, is what you can prove. So more, in my opinion, more likely they would intentionally get a Black attorney as opposed to getting someone who's beat a case as similar like that before.
He's also,
does that make sense?
Yes, let's ask this question, right? How many of y'all on the panel think an Asian going to jail for murder went and actually sought a Black lawyer himself?
I would do the same thing. I ain't gonna lie.
So
I mean,
what he said in the
like
interview,
that's a high probability that they set the case up that way.
Exactly.
And that's one of the good things about when you do represent people or when you do have an attorney, they can set certain things up like that to make it like flow in that capacity. But I would be more inclined to believe they were intentional about the attorney as opposed to somebody who's beat a case like that before.
Exactly.
What he
That's what I
said in the interview is completely false from what y'all saying.
What'd
First
he
of
say?
all,
That's what he said.
he has his own law firm. It's his law firm. Second thing is he was not the first choice, second choice, any of that type of stuff. He said that what happened was because he's tried and won multiple different very, very high profile cases before, that the lawyers that he was talking to was saying that, hey, Sean Kent is the best trial lawyer in South Carolina. And then he said they went to another lawyer and they said
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
It makes perfect sense.
I don't believe that.
Why don't you believe that black man is the
I ain't gonna lie,
But
no, it's
Anton,
not.
why
Come
would
on,
an
come on, come
Asian
on, come on. Hold on, hold on.
I don't Asian lawyers.
Why would he tell you though that I was handpicked?
Let me exactly.
he's telling you what the process was.
But
He
what I'm
went
saying is this, y'all.
he
It
went
ain't
on to
about the black man. See, let's not throw that in there. Let's just play the game because I'm gonna tell you, I was a criminal when I was younger. I had a lawyer who was the police.
We couldn't have guessed that.
Well, why? Because I'm black? Why? Because I'm black? Is that why you said that? Because I'm black? Hey man, that's racial profiling, brother. You wrong for that, bro. You wrong. Hey, but no, but seriously though, right? I had an attorney who was the police. So when I was saying the police was lying on me, he was the police. So he said, yeah, as the police, we did X, Y, and Z. Do you think I beat that case? Hell yeah. Irish ex-policeman as my attorney, I beat the case.
I mean,
because he knew the
Okay,
system.
so
He knew.
Thank you.
Hold on, Darren. Hold on.
So
Darren,
why is it an
did you
issue?
seek him for his experiences as your attorney?
Well, he was our family attorney, actually, though.
Oh, okay.
He was our
okay,
family
that
attorney.
ain't count. That ain't count.
Why is
No,
it
but
an
what I'm
issue?
saying is he knew how to work it, is what I'm saying.
Well, hold on, real quick. Anytime something comes up, I think the best thing to do, and I'm just speaking from experience, as soon as you find out who that judge is, find out where they went to school, what side they leaning on, then you find a lawyer that can speak to that, whether they black, white, no matter the case. If you're dealing with somebody who's invasive, you probably need a bulldog of an attorney. These things come up. So even if it's simply for optics, like I just looked it up, the judge is white, right? So I mean, that kind of defeats the point that he was hired just because he was black, in my personal opinion. But if the black man is the best man, or the white man is the best, the Asian woman the best person for the job, you're gonna pick the best person from the job. And it sounded like from the interview, he was the best person from the job, and he got him on, so he did his job.
He did his job. Oh yeah,
he has a lot of high profile cases that he's tried.
He's a well-known attorney.
He is a well-known attorney.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. As soon as I seen his face, I said, "Oh, that's that nigga right there."
He's a well-known
You can tell by his posture, the way he sits, the way he's.
If you looked at his closing argument,
in court,
if you looked at his closing argument, you would understand why they chose him. Like he was a bulldog.
He was referred by other lawyers that they were looking at. It's not that he was just hand chosen. That's referrals. So of course that happens all the time. If lawyers hear your what you have going on and they're looking at it like, nah, I don't think I can do this, or I don't feel too comfortable, let me refer you to someone better. That happens all the time. So
it does.
I don't understand why it's so hard to believe that he would be honest and say, no, I wasn't the first pick. They were told to just come to me.
Right.
I to each his own. I'm gonna keep it 100. I really don't believe that. I just don't. I mean, and from my experiences in life, I don't believe that. I just don't believe a Chinese
But would you believe
man.
it if it was white? If he was white, would you believe it?
Yeah, is it because he's black?
Yeah.
It's because he's
No,
black.
it's not because he's black. It's because hold on. No, it's not
just
because
off the
he's
color
black.
of his skin, you believe?
No, it's because it's because the perpetrator wasn't black. That's why.
I'm saying
That's
when
why.
you get in trouble, if I go commit a crime right now, if I go
The
do
Chinese
something,
person gonna really trust a black man with their life unless they figure they
yes,
got
they're
an
gonna,
advantage?
because
If all these
you're
white folks are
smart.
telling
Absolutely, they
them
do it
this
all
is
the
who,
time.
if these
They
white
pull from our
folks, these
culture,
white
swag,
lawyers,
One
and
all
all
mic,
of
these
y'all. One
white
mic.
No,
lawyers,
that ain't what we're talking about.
Y'all gotta do one mic. We can hear all y'all.
if all of these people, all these lawyers that they were actually reaching out to were saying, hey, not us, him, of course. This is why that happened. Like, I don't understand, like, what's so hard about it? They weren't looking for the black man. Like, they weren't. And it came out of the black man's mouth.
Well, we'll never know. We'll never know. We'll never know.
It came out of his mouth.
Why would he
So what is
lie?
it?
But anything can come out
Why?
your mouth.
I'm
Anything
saying,
can
why
come
would
out
he
your mouth.
lie? If he
All right,
wanted
I'm
to
What
make,
is the
7'4".
purpose?
You
no,
can't have
listen,
it both ways, though,
if
brother.
he
Hold
wanted to
on.
make
No, you're
himself,
not.
What is the
Man, when they got
purpose?
high
Talking
because
over
he
each other.
he high because he black.
if
What
he
is
wanted to
the
make himself
purpose?
look good, right? If he wanted to make himself look good, all he had to do was say, "Oh yeah, they came to me because I was the best." He was
He
honest.
don't
He
need
said,
to.
"No, they didn't." He was
He don't
honest. He
need to
said
do
they didn't
that.
seek me out. That's why I believe
That's
him.
the
He said
point.
that.
But that's the
He didn't
point.
seek me out. The black man was the better choice because they might have went to the white man. They might have
Okay.
went to the Asian man, and both of them told him, "We're not the person for the job. You need to go get him
Yeah, because we
because this is
Asian
what
and
he's
we
good
Correct.
white.
at."
Because we Asian and we
Correct.
Yeah,
white
because
and we
he's
don't
the
look like we.
Nah,
best.
because of his
I do have
credentials,
a
man.
question. You guys think if he would have got an Asian lawyer, how would y'all see that though? If he would have got an
That he got his
Asian
own
lawyer,
people.
No,
Exactly.
I would see it as he probably would have still got off, given the
you
facts
think
of the
so?
laws and stuff. Yeah,
I mean,
why not?
I
You
think
don't
it's a
see
smart.
It
many
I
players.
depends.
think it's
Hold
a
on, hold
smart
on, hold
choice
on,
getting a black
hold on.
lawyer, just as
Q, let
Carmelo
me
get
make
It
a
sure
black
was
I
a
lawyer.
understand.
smart choice. It was a smart
It's a
choice.
smart choice.
Let me make sure I understand this question.
But it's a
You saying if
qualified
he
black
would have
lawyer,
went
though,
to
man.
his
Exactly.
own
That too.
Christian,
Correct. Correct.
right?
Well,
You
you
saying
And
ain't
if
went
that's
you
to
would
the
the
have went
point.
to his
unqualified black man.
Y'all gotta do one mic.
Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead, brother. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, Darby.
I'm saying, is your question, Q, if he would have sought out someone from his own community, would the verdict still be the same? Is that your question, yes or no?
That's not my question. I just think
Oh, okay.
that with
That's
social
what I was
media
answering.
nowadays, they play big on racism, right?
Right.
So it's just I don't know. I watch a lot of loose criminal stories and all this, and I'm like, same thing with Carmelo. They thought it was racism and all this. So it's like,
Right.
I think it's a smart play. Get someone of the race that they think that you don't like, even though that
And
might not be
honestly,
This
that
is
might not
wild.
be the play, but
This
I
is
That's what
think
I'm
it's just
saying.
smart just in
this is
general.
wild to me, and the
But what if he
reason that
wasn't
this
a
is wild to
qualified
me is
and he
because
was still black?
wait, y'all life on the line,
Period.
and y'all niggas is playing diversity, equity, and inclusion.
No,
They
but we
playing
gotta.
No, hold on,
Listen,
hold on.
politics.
Anton,
hold
hold
on.
on. Hey, y'all, let me
They're
drop some on him.
politics.
Let me drop
You
some
gotta
facts
Wait,
on him.
convince. You gotta
Hold
wait,
on.
convince
no,
the people
Anton.
that's gonna say that you're
An-
guilty or not. Let's
No.
just be honest.
Hey, Q,
No,
let me
that
say
is
something though. Let me say
politics.
something.
That's
This
politics for
is
no reason.
this is an example of
Yeah.
it though, y'all. Why y'all think Christopher Darden was on the OJ case?
Who?
Christopher Darden.
Man, OJ
I don't know.
died for
Hold
all.
on, hold
I
on,
mean,
no.
OJ.
Why do y'all think
Before my
Christopher
time.
Darden was
Because he
on the
was,
OJ case? He
because he,
even said it. They need to darken the district attorney's stance. That's why they picked Christopher Darden, not because he was the
Johnny
Yeah,
best.
I
Cochran
will
is the
say.
That's your
one that got him.
opinion.
Hold on. Johnny Cochran is the one that got him
No,
off. I
I'm
don't know
talking
what
about
you're
the
talking
DA,
about.
baby girl. I'm talking about the DA,
Oh,
not his attorneys.
yeah,
I'm talking about the
The
district
yeah.
attorney.
attorney is the one that
No,
matters.
Bro,
you're
that's a
That's the
not
one
conviction
you're
of
not
that
Let
hearing
me
my
is
let me let me
question.
leading
say
the
You're
let me
not
case.
hearing
say.
my question
oh
though.
my
When
God.
you're not hearing my question. I'm saying, why do y'all think Christopher Darden was
You got
picked?
to, yeah, because he's black, because he's
He
black.
was black, so it wouldn't make it look like all us white people jumping down OJ throat. We got a black man jumping down his throat too. That's what that was about.
This is your theory.
No, he said that.
Who is he?
Christopher Darden
He
said it
did,
himself.
say that in the interview.
Listen,
We're
bro. You
literally
talk.
Oh, we
First of
talking
speaking
all,
about
Johnny
Christopher
about.
Cochran,
Darden or
hold
Ray
on.
was he the
Chow?
best lawyer? Or was he
First
just
of all,
good?
you talking about some shit that was 30 years ago.
It's still
Yeah.
relevant
Because I
though.
don't even know who that is.
No, it's not. I don't
It's
see
not.
how
They
it's
changed
relevant.
laws off that case. They changed
It
laws
is
off that
relevant
case.
because it speaks to how you can be guilty in a court of law, but it's a matter of can you apply enough reasonable doubt? Can you manipulate the jury enough?
What does this have to do with the race of the attorney?
But that's the issue. I think that's the issue now within this this community. Y'all sitting here wasting y'all damn breath talking about race. Every time something happens when a member of the community is involved, whether they're the victim or they're the perpetrator, it's always, well, what if the cop was white or black? What if the judge was this? And nobody ever speaks about witness testimonies, forensics. Nobody speaks
but you know why? Because we wouldn't be talking about this we wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't about race.
But
the only reason why this case is popular is because it's about race. It's because there's different. Right. It's a black kid, and it's an Asian man, and so there's black people disproportionately killing black people every single day, and we don't give a fuck about case law. We don't give a fuck about witness testimony. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And most people don't even cover local stuff, especially over in the fucking South Carolina. And so that's the whole reason why this blew up, is because people make it a bigger deal and they want it to be a racial thing.
I do think that the media does propagandize certain cases, because this is not the
first
thing happened in the last the last 3 years. They pick and choose which case they think is the grand slam to keep y'all ignorant, to keep
We do. The only reason I knew about this case is because motherfuckers was in my comments and in my live stream saying, Anton, what do you think about Rick Chow? I discovered this on accident by looking at motherfuckers that keep on throwing it inside of my email and my comments. I ain't see this shit on no goddamn news. If you look at any of the news coverage of it, like the outside of the verdict, but like prior to, because this is a 3-year case. And so this has been happening. They just got the verdict. They just did the trial a couple weeks ago. And so if you look at the local news all throughout, they don't give a fuck about this until they realize, oh shit, he getting off. There was a black kid involved.
Yeah, because
Karmelo case was louder. That's why.
Well, because it was because that was, you know why that was even louder, and we're gonna get to that in a minute. Is because that was a white kid.
Exactly.
When it's white is way different. But the fact that it is, any other,
because the simple fact of it is, if it's a black perpetrator or like you said, a race thing, because if black on black crime, it doesn't get the news, because black people in general are lowest on the totem pole of life. They're the lowest. So if you want to shoot somebody and be safe in knowing that you're going to get off, it better be a black person, because their life is not worth as much as an Asian, as much as a Jewish person, as much as a white person. Any other race is over black people, over them.
The crazy part about what you're saying, Shampoo, is
let me just finish up. That's why ever since I was a kid, I didn't believe in the theory of God. Because why would he do that to people that he loved? The black people, they have no leverage in nothing ever.
Okay, come on.
The crazy part about what you're saying, that how black people are at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah,
black people allow themselves to be at the bottom of the totem pole.
I got you.
It is because this is the type of stuff that they want to push. They push stuff like what you're talking about.
Let me ask you a question.
Woe to us all, because God done forgot about us. We're all forgotten. Oh, everybody's against us. Racism this, racism that. But nobody wants to take accountability for their actions. Nobody
now let me
actually wants to tell. I'm not done, Shampoo.
I know, but you're repeating it over and over.
I'm not done. No, I'm not. I'm saying some more stuff. So let me say what I need.
Let me see if it sounds the same.
Just like you said what you wanted to say.
Go ahead. Okay? But I don't repeat myself.
Thank you. No, yeah, you do.
No,
yeah, thank you. No, yes, you do, Shampoo. Shampoo.
All right, let's see if you repeat yourself. Go ahead.
Let me say what I'm saying, Shampoo, before I lose it. Good Lord. Anyway, black people need to rise up and stop worrying about racism and all this extra bull crap and actually fix what really needs to be fixed. This little this dude right here, did not have to steal some freaking water. Where was his parents?
He didn't steal.
Why didn't he? Why he was trying to? He put it back. All this other junk, whatever. Let me say what I'm saying. Anyway, he grabbed the waters, was gonna put them in his stuff, and then he put it back. Whatever. Like I said, what was the point of him going in the store, attempting to take something when he has two parents? What was the point of him having a gun?
I want to ask you
These are the things that need to be focused on and need to be fixed, because there are Black people out here, like you said, killing other Black people, but it's not getting that much attention. Like in Louisiana, there was this dude got into an altercation. Police came in, started shooting at the dude or whatever apparently may or may not have used a child, an 18-month-old baby, as a shield. There's many other cases where children are getting shot up just because of whatever Black on Black crime is going on. We want to keep saying it's everybody else's problem, but nobody wants to do nothing about it.
Okay,
That's my point.
Can I ask you a question? Let me
say something real quick.
Wait. Let me just ask her quick, because I wanted to ask her while she was doing her sermon. After everything you said, what did those people do in the 50s or the 60s when they was getting beat up by the police and all and water hoses and all of that stuff? I know it was funny and all that stuff, but what were they doing wrong? What were they stealing to get that treatment?
I'm confused.
No,
What year are we in right now? What year are we in?
No, don't run away. Don't run away. Come on back.
Let's be real. Let's be real, Shampoo. You come back, because you all the way in the 50s and the 60s right now. I need you to come here in 2026.
You gonna talk over me? You gonna talk over me?
Be real, Shampoo.
Y'all gotta do one mic.
Be real. Be real. Why are you asking? I'm asking you, why are you asking about the 50s and the 60s when we're far removed from that? We're in 2026.
Can I ask you a question?
We're dealing with AI. We're dealing with so many other things that have nothing to do with 50s and the 60s.
That's kind of not.
Y'all gotta do one mic. Go ahead. Wait, Shampoo, answer your question.
I'm not going to get away from this. I'm asking you a simple question, because history is important too. Don't throw it away because you got AI. Now listen, when you don't,
right?
I'm gonna still ask my question. I want a clear answer. When back in the day, when them dogs would suck on them niggas, and they was kicking them in their back, and they had on suits and ties, so you can't say it's the way they was dressed. They had suits and ties, and the ladies had dresses, and they was kicking them niggas in the back. What were they doing wrong? That's my question to you, Karmelo.
I don't know what they was doing wrong. I wasn't there.
You should say nothing.
That's what.
You should say nothing.
No,
they were doing nothing. They were Black.
Hey, Shampoo, you want me to answer the question, or you was going to answer the question? I thought you said you wanted me to answer.
I answered my own question because you won't answer my question, so I had to answer my own question.
No, you're not accepting my answer.
You said I don't know what they did wrong. You said I don't know what they did wrong.
Okay, so why wouldn't I know what they did wrong?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Why? I'm asking you. Why wouldn't I know?
I'll answer your question.
Why wouldn't I know what they did wrong in the 50s and the 60s? Because I think only one of us on this panel was actually born in that era. I think only one of us was born in that era.
So you don't know
anything.
Wait. You only know history that you were born in? Like you don't know
anything? I didn't say I don't know. Listen. I didn't say I don't know.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I didn't say I don't know what history. I said personally, I
try to take a stab at my age, but what does that have to do with anything?
You the one that's talking about 50s and 60s.
Oh, what?
Now you kind of keep going back to the my theory is Black life is not worth anything. That's my theory. So I'm putting my theory to test by asking you, back then, they were getting beat up, spit on, kicked in their ass,
and for being black.
Right. So what's
So what
happening
does that
now?
tell me?
So
That
what's
their
happening
life is
now
not worth
that
nothing.
that's solidifying? What's happening now that's solidifying your theory from the 50s and the 60s? Are we still getting kicked in the back of our asses?
No, we're getting shot in the back.
Oh, this one little boy that was
fuck him. I know,
pointed the gun at somebody else.
You got all this African, you got all this Muslim names and all that shit. You don't give a fuck about the niggas.
Can you stop picking on her about the small stuff, Karmelo?
I'm trying to understand.
Yeah,
Is it okay
y'all
for us to kill people or be aggressor? Is that okay for us to be an aggressor?
They was aggressive. They was aggressive.
They were the
everybody
aggressors,
knows
not him.
the answer to that.
How was he not an aggressor if he was holding a
okay.
gun, pointing at the boys?
You can't prove
He didn't
that.
right off the rip
How
point the gun
was
at
he?
them. He didn't right off the rip point the gun at them.
You said what?
He didn't right off the rip point the gun at them. Like,
it doesn't
soon as the
matter if he
situation
was
hit,
running.
it does matter.
If he was running, why didn't he keep running?
He failed.
Why didn't he keep running?
He tripped.
Okay, so why didn't he get up and keep running?
The gun failed. So my thing is, if I fall,
so you really gonna?
But the
sit here
gun,
and be like,
okay. That's like me getting into a fight with somebody and I got a knife, but the knife fall at that point.
And then you pick it up and then you go at the person with the knife.
Not go after it, but like I'm trying to stop you because at the end of the day, you might grab the knife and try to kill me.
Stop them from what? Stop them from what? They don't have a gun.
Taking
and they
the
don't
knife
have
and
a
killing
knife.
me.
I'm saying he is thinking with his 14-year-old brain though. With our adult brain, it makes sense. He's 14. I'm a probation officer for juveniles. With their 14-year-old brain, they make a lot of decisions that we wouldn't make as adults.
You really do.
For all different reasons. His 14-year-old brain said 2 grown men. We don't know what he was thinking. We won't never know because he's not here. But with his 14-year-old brain, he shouldn't have had a gun. He shouldn't have been in there with no money. There's a lot of things he shouldn't have been doing. But he's 14, right? I work with these kids. I work with kids that come from great homes. Their moms do an amazing job. Their dads do an amazing job. But they get in the streets and they run with the wrong people and they do the wrong things. We don't know why they're doing it.
But this is
Let me say this.
thing with a 14-year-old that still does not give you.
Yeah, but Kamaya, you
gotta share the
and
floor.
actually point a gun at somebody if they don't have no kind of weapon. They don't have no weapon. There's no point.
Yeah, she repeating
pointing a gun. There's no point.
Yo, Kamaya, you seem like Anton explained it with non, you know what I'm saying? You seem to have a pleasure that he's dead, that kid. You seem like
I want to say this.
Like, you're sick. No,
you giving like
no, you're sick. You're sick.
He's dead. Isn't that
I kind of think the insensitivity of a 14-year-old mind is a little sick.
He has no
I want to say this one thing. And I'm not trying to put my business on the internet, but I do want to say this. I was once 14 too. And I remember at high school, I grew up good home, 2-parent household. Back in the early 2000s, you know, with inflation, money don't go far at this time. My parents combined were probably over 200 at that time. And the kids at school was talking about jumping me. And I'm like, I've been in fights before, but I've never been jumped. And I found my way. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I found my way to get a gun on me. And now what I need at 14, I need some bullets now. And so I asked my neighbor, yo, your dad got a gun. Can I get some of those bullets?
You sure you want to tell this story, big dog?
I'm gonna tell it.
Listen. Before you go any further, let me just say I'm not sure that this is a good idea.
Disclaimer.
All right, and the views and the opinions that you decide to say after this is 100% true.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm telling you that it may not be a good idea, but if you decide to do so, you're a grown man. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and rock out.
Anton, can you imagine how it's going to be if he get caught? Like if something happened to him?
Hold on. So I thank God.
All I could do is warn him. That's it.
Yeah. I thank God that I did not like carry that out. But at 14, the only thing on my mind, and I know SJ know what I'm talking about. She said she works with the youth, and I volunteer with the youth a lot because of these stories like this. The only thing on 14 on my mind is that I'm finna get dropped off at this school, and they talking about jumping me. And my friends, somehow ain't my friends no more. And then these guys over here, I don't know, want to jump me. Only thing on my mind at 14 was trying to protect myself. And you don't know gun laws at 14. You don't know right. You really don't know right from wrong. I mean, your parents instill so much, but then you get along by yourself and your brain run a little wild. And so now at 32, I thank God every time I see a story like this, because I'm like, man, that could have been me. That like
you 32?
You can look and yeah, I'm 32 now. You
look 42.
Appreciate it, shampoo. Appreciate it, shampoo.
No, I
but
mean,
yeah,
you
so
look,
like
you look more distinguished than 32.
You look at the TV screen, and as a parent, you're like, man, I got to talk to my kid about an example like this. Then you look at it and be like, I thank God that my young impressionable brain didn't go through with everything that I thought was possible for me at this time, because certain rules really don't apply to me like that. Anybody, given the same circumstances.
Well, why don't you think?
Darby, did you get jumped? Did you get jumped the next day?
You know what's crazy? I actually did not. So I'm glad I didn't get jumped, but I was ready for getting jumped.
Don't you thank God for that too?
So let me tell you what happened. Since I talked about it. We lived right in front of some wetlands in Memphis, Tennessee. Really good neighborhood, right in front of some wetlands. Wildlife reserve. It was pretty cool. So I walked to the Wolf River and I threw it in there. So that's how I got rid of it. But my parents if they watch this,
we probably should stop.
I'm saying like 14. You
what
don't know
river
what's
was
running
it?
through a 14-year-old mind. The only thing you can do at that point, only thing that you
I
can
know
do at
that river.
point
What was the name of that river? I know that river.
I got one question.
No,
if I can ask just one question, was it established in court if the gun that he dropped was on the ground when the shot was fired in his back, or did they prove in court that?
They going in on me in the comments.
That's a good question.
I mean, if anybody has the fact, you know,
he tried to tell you, Darby.
You asking Galen, you asking if the gun fell out.
Hopefully it helps somebody out there.
Galen, you asking if the gun fell out, did it fall on the ground?
No, I'm asking where was the gun when the bullet that killed him went in his back? Was the gun on the ground when the fatal shot was blown, or
they did prove that he was holding a gun?
They did prove the gun. Because I didn't see that. What was the evidence?
Baby girl, you're gonna have to go and watch the
you gotta
trial and all of that stuff yourself. Like, all of that is out there. This is it's all public.
Feelings, Daily.
Wait a minute. Humor me for a second. Anybody just answer for me. When we think about fear or danger or trouble, do we typically run towards it or away from it? Just humor me.
You run towards it if we fire me.
Wait, no, hold on.
Just
humor me for a second and don't try to jump the gun. Just let's stay very simple. Do we usually run towards trouble, danger, or do we run away from it?
You run away from it.
Okay, because if you're running away from it, is it safe to say that what you're running away from is in front of you or behind you?
Because when you
humor me, shampoo.
Black people,
you're funny.
But you gotta let people answer.
Wait a minute. Hear my question.
No, shampoo. She's trying to paint it a different way than what actually happened.
Y'all gotta do your mind.
Being very simple with it, because I'm just trying to get to a point of how we are all thinking. Don't tell me what the hell.
To answer your question, I'll answer your question. To answer your question, I would not run towards danger. However, if my kid was chasing somebody at that point, I don't have a choice but to go with my son, because I have to protect my child at that point. And as a parent, if I see a gun, I don't know. I can't
don't
wait
like
to
that
see if
answer,
you're going to
CJ.
shoot my
That's
son
good.
or not. I have to fire up on you and protect my baby
You don't
at
like
all
that.
costs. That's just me.
Exactly. You
Hey,
only
SJ,
have a
SJ,
few. You only have a
That's why
few
SJ.
I said
seconds.
don't jump the gun, because when you give that feedback, you make the presumption of where you think I'm going with it. So
not
I'm
right
asking, I'm gonna ask again. When you're running, generally, from trouble or danger, is the danger that you're running away from in front of you, or is it
All right.
behind you?
Galen, what do you want us to? You want to tell us
Is
how
it
we
in
should
front of you, or
She
is it?
just answered.
Galen,
She
tell
just-
us how we should answer. That's all.
I can't tell you how to answer.
She just answered you. She just answered you. She said she runs away from it.
This
Well,
is
I
a
was-
low-hanging fruit question.
I was giving you a general of what you commonly do when you are running from a danger, potential danger, or trouble. Is if you're running away from it, if you're running away from something, is
Oh,
what
I see what
you're
you're
away
saying.
from in front of you, or is it behind you? That's all I'm asking.
But David, when you say run away, because I'm
Don't
looking
do
at
that.
the surveillance foot. I'm looking at the surveillance footage right there. When you say
I'm
run
not
away,
talking about the surveillance right now. It's just
hold on, David. Hold on, David.
I have one more
What's
question.
the
when y'all
point?
get
What's
done.
your point?
Y'all gotta do one mic, one person.
Hold on. You already asked that question twice. Hold on.
But you have to
When you
answer.
say run away,
You have to answer the question.
David, when you say run away from it, I'm looking at the surveillance right here. The son, who is 23, by the way, he's not a kid. The 23-year-old and the 14-year-old, like right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you say run away. You say run away like the boy, like a mile up the street.
I'm not talking about the boy. I'm not talking about the boy, Darby. I'm gonna stop you right there because that's exactly what you're doing. You're trying to equate my general question.
I'm not trying to equate anything. I'm trying to drill down to an actual question.
We don't need to
talk about the exact question.
If you're gonna respond to my question, then give it an
Everybody
answer.
runs away from danger. Most smart people will run away from danger.
Yeah.
I'm asking, like, when you're running away from it, when you're running away from something, I just want to gather like how we're thinking. Is what you're running away
Yes,
from?
the danger would be behind me because I'm running away from it. Yes.
Okay, so when I think about that, I'm just trying to give you my perspective.
Just agree with her. Just agree with her.
Y'all gotta do one mic. You can't hear her.
Agree with her, Timmy.
If we can collectively agree that when you're running away from something, it's behind you. So we acknowledge that the 23-year-old son and the 14-year-old, they were both running. They all three were running 200 yards, over 200 yards to be exact. Y'all can kind of gather how far that is.
Yes, we can gather it.
That's not true. It was between 100 and
disagree.
It was between 100 and 130. I don't know why people embellish the facts.
Okay.
That's not true, Dave.
Well, my point in making that is that it's from the convenience store to the service road. But the reason I say that
you just gave false information. You gave false information
to prove a point that ain't.
I'll say this: if I got the yards confused, the point I was making is that they ran a far distance from where they claimed.
No, they didn't.
It was near a service road. I heard it reported.
No, they did. Look at the studio chat. I just told you. All right, go off for ignorance then.
So if they're both running, it's safe to say that if they're both running, they fear something behind them. Who was behind Cyrus?
I just want to choke her.
Who was behind him? Who was behind the 14-year-old? Is it safe to say that if he was running, the danger he was running from was behind him?
Be on trial for murder.
Dalen, he could literally reach out.
The funny part about it.
The
funny part about this.
He has a right to do that. Y'all about to fucking piss me off.
You're pissing yourself off because you're literally not making any sense.
Please be quiet. It never makes sense. Like the fact that you got 30 kids and you sat up there and you don't have no.
Me off too.
That's a low blow. That's a low blow.
You said who got 30? Who got 30 kids?
Be quiet. If somebody is chasing you with a weapon, I don't have 3 baby daddies. I don't have 3 baby daddies.
Who has 30
kids? You don't have one baby daddy.
Now, anyways,
kids.
You don't have
Now,
one.
Let me say this. Hold
Hold
on. This is
Dallin.
hold on. This has been going on. It's been going on for a long time. It's been
Talk
going on
about
for a
me
long
having
time.
30 kids.
No, what does that matter though? What does that matter? Hold on, Anton.
It don't matter. You brought it. You brought
You
my
don't
shit
have
up.
30 kids. You don't have 30 kids.
She bringing up stuff talking about me.
All right, let me mute y'all for a second. I got one more question because we never actually asked or answered the question, and maybe that's my fault also. Do y'all hold him accountable for being black and representing Rick Chow, and getting him off? Do you think that do y'all think that he should have been more on code and turning this down instead of leveraging his intelligence for this? And the reason that I ask this is because it's a lot of people that's been coming at him lately about the fact that he did get him off and he was Rick Chow's lawyer.
No,
I think he did nothing wrong. I think
put him back on mute, Anton.
I actually commend him for taking the case, utilizing his expertise. I think sometimes in the Black diaspora, there's this unspoken code that we have to do X, Y, and Z. But I don't think Black folks are monoliths, and I don't think we all think the same, and we shouldn't, right? So, me personally, I have no issue with him taking the case and utilizing, like, that's what he went to school for, to be an attorney, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, some people may feel away about it. I personally don't.
Hold on, before the next person says something, HTP Flame in the chat. Bro, I'll let you get away with murder in the chat because I don't censor people. Come on, man. Like, you're a grown man. You've been around here too long. Stop, bro. Like, you don't have to go all the way extra just because I turn the censorship off in the chat and people can say what they
What
want.
are
And
you
I
talking
haven't.
about? I don't be looking at this.
I don't want to bring it up. It don't matter. He not even targeting nobody in particular. It's just like, no, motherfuckers get it all. Like, people that seem like that's not used to cursing, curse all the time or some shit like that. It's kind of like that. Like, he got to use bitches and shit like that. It's like, no, you. All right, you know what I'm saying? I get it if you're passionate about something or whatever, but it's like,
you could be passionate without.
Come on, man. Like, balance it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go super crazy with the language. And type it in all caps. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just relax, big dog. We good.
Yeah, he touched the nerve. That's all.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
His veins is popping out his neck too.
But no, that was a job. You know what I mean? Shit, what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? That was his job.
I think that I thought that before.
No, hold on. Y'all can curse in the chat and stuff, but just like make it normal language. Like, you ain't got to go extra crazy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'm
talking.
Yeah, just be regular.
Yeah, but Sean. Before I seen it was him, I thought it was like a token type thing. Let me get a black lawyer. But once I saw it was him, I said, "Damn!" First of all, they spent big bucks because he demands big bucks, and he should. And now I don't say. I think he was the best lawyer to get him off of that charge because that was a serious charge he was facing.
Shampoo, you got on nail polish?
Oh,
yeah. 2 of them.
I love to see black men in high places, so I think he did an amazing job by not turning it down, and it spoke to like his education level and how great he is. And that's another notch under his belt to say, like, I can defend anybody, I can take any case. So I applaud him for not turning it down and not caring about what nobody says. Get your money.
I agree. A great attorney look at a winnable case and look at the facts. And I'm glad that he's not letting the mongrels of the community bully him into doing something because they share a commonality like the color of their skin. Because I only see people who don't even matter and don't have any weight doing the most complaining, like the people who was doing all that carrying on and jumping around and doing the racist antics towards white people there. So absolutely, he's a perfect representation of what it means to be black in the midst of such a race war, still showing people that you can be black and sensible and not be easily manipulated by racism propaganda. So shout out to him.
He was wrong in one aspect of when he was talking on when Anton was interviewing him, when he said that nobody's giving I forgot the young man's name. that went to prison. That's going to prison.
Karmelo. We gonna talk about Karmelo in the next.
I'm not talking about him. I'm just saying, though, he said that nobody's giving flack because he had a white attorney.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why he had a white attorney is because if he had a black attorney, he trying to cause favor with the jury. That's why he got a white attorney.
Okay.
He was wrong in that aspect.
Well, we got to go to the super chats. We're not done talking about this yet, okay? Because we're going to talk about Chow and people avoiding the Asian businesses. But first, super chat.
What we going to eat?
Huh? Joe Thompson. Not Chinese. Joe Thompson 9612 says, Anton, thanks for using your platform to hold Black parents accountable. Roscoe P78 says, y'all need to watch his closing argument. He was not hired because he was Black. He just happened to be Black. E-Money999 says, you didn't even know you was Black before meeting him. I think he met him. He said that in the interview.
They didn't know that he was Black before meeting him.
Okay. Chad K said, it's the Black community that ignores Black on Black crime. Shampoo lying as usual. Democrat voters through and through. Y856 says, Shampoo, you got on fingernail polish, bro?
What?
Good. No, I'm just playing. Slow Money 32 says, give me a time in history where there isn't a race of people that was not persecuted by another race. Merle Reed says, we see how Black people act presently. We think they acted differently simply 60 years ago. Wild work, Shampoo. JLC 13USMC says, Shampoo on dumb-ish. That's it. The end. James Horton 3847 says, iPhone and Androids have Google Pay, Apple Pay. Zero Fallout 1 says, the Moors occupied Europe for nearly 800 years. Every race gets the chain treatment. Word slave comes from Slavic. Ninjas were not always the lowest. MC Heavy Tits 9000 says, hello to the panel and chat. Shout out to you. E-Money999 says, y'all need to start watching the Millionaire Morning Show. The lawyer explained all of this. Shout out to you guys here that's with us. And shout out to the super chatters. We appreciate you guys here on this Wednesday night. Make sure you hit the like button because it is free. Okay? Now we got people boycotting Asian businesses. Who's going to do our fingernails? Hello? Okay. Let's watch this clip and talk about it.
I just passed by a boycott of an Asian hair store here in Houston. And immediately when I get on TikTok, I see a post of a young gentleman saying people all over the country are boycotting Asian hair stores and Asian nail salons because of what happened to Cyrus. The most liked comment said, why punish other businesses that had nothing to do that? And my response to that is very simple. Because I can't look at the color of your skin to determine whether you're friend or foe. For years, y'all have looked at the color of our skin and looped us all as criminals, as has-beens. We ain't gonna never be nothing and we are tired. But when we do it to you, it's a problem. But Drea, we're not all like that. And I understand that you're not all like that. But I am not willing to walk into another store or into another business that don't have somebody that look like me to find out that you're not one of the cool ones. What do? We stop going to all of your establishments. We start supporting our own.
There's nothing wrong with that. The Knicks won, by the way.
We don't care.
Oh, cute.
Oh, Q, what happened? You was all crazy.
Listen,
Antonio, let's go.
Yo, Q, wear your hat.
Let's go.
I put the hat on because as soon as I was wearing that hat, they started losing. I shouldn't have put the hat on.
Q didn't turn superstitious.
Yes.
Yo, come on, man.
Losing, yo. Like, I'm like, let me take this off. And then they started catching up.
SJ was talking about, what's his name? Wabba Bombo. He was,
his name's Wemby. I
Wemby.
Get right.
I said, usually you see players. No, usually you see players be like, oh, yeah, the work ain't done. We're not done here. When Wemby was crying and said, I want to win like my life depend on it. I said, oh, he wanted bad.
Listen,
he wanted bad. It was a different type of passion.
Yeah, but y'all thought they was going to win.
Well, I didn't think y'all New Yorkers about to tear up y'all own streets, okay? Like y'all did when y'all lost. So let's not talk about it. Let's go back to Black people justified in boycotting Asian businesses.
No, because they're all Asians like they're the same, and that is so racist. Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Philippines, they're not the same thing. And if you want to stand for something, you have to do the work to really put the message out there. The nail salon, the dry cleaners, the Chinese restaurant, they're not all the same. And I think it's messed up to try to boycott Koreans. Koreans are the ones that really own like the beauty empires, beauty galaxies, like the black women hair stores and stuff like that.
They all look the same. They all look the same.
And that's the rate, and that's
I'm still getting a 10-piece lemon
But they
pepper
want to say,
with a side of vegetable fried rice.
if they want to say the comparison is that Asians will migrate to this country and do the American thing and start a business, but they don't start the business and put it back into the community in which they benefit the most.
He wasn't a teacher.
Not wait till like a racial thing happens. They should look at it like, well, if we're going to spend all our money with you and you're going to mistreat us and you're not going to really represent us or put back into the community that supports you so much, then maybe we should take our business elsewhere. And I don't think that we should replace it by automatically saying, well, we should take our money to black-owned businesses. You're making the presumption that because something is black-owned, it is black excellent, that it is black satisfactory, that it is doing what it's supposed to do for the community. I'm not going to buy a product or service from you just because you're black, because having a good business is not depicted on the color of your skin, but business perspectives.
So two things I have to say. I don't really care about the hair and the nails. I don't care about that. My nail tech is a black woman. I don't buy hair. So I already don't do none of that stuff. But I love electronics. And I think black people need to understand, if you're going to boycott electronics, don't get that new iPhone, don't get that new Samsung TV.
I think y'all thinking about it completely wrong.
Yeah, there's not a lot of things you're not going to be able to do. I also think if you believe in supporting black-owned businesses, it shouldn't take something bad for you to circulate your black dollar in the black community. You should have already been supporting your people if that's something you feel strongly about.
Preach, sister. Preach.
I don't think this is
a
Asian. I don't think this is an Asian business versus a black business. And actually, this made me think about the historical context that black folks would use for not only boycotting, but destroying things. So I apologize if I look down at my phone, but I want to say that like boycotts were used to create economic pressure, and then often rioting and destroying property was a way to fulfill your frustration. And then also it was a way to get people to hear their cries. Ultimately, when you tried to do it the peaceful way, nothing was getting done. So I'm saying this to say, I don't think black people,
you get free stuff too.
I don't think black people are wrong per se, and I don't think it's nothing personal against the businesses. I'm not saying they're right, but I'm not saying they're wrong. What I'm saying is I understand. I could see why they're doing it. Now, whether or not it's successful or not, what's that noise? Whether or not it's conducive to actual change, that's still up in the air. And although I may not agree per se, I can understand the logic and why they are doing it.
Can I piggyback off of that? I just wanted to say, after that case, I noticed in that same area there was a hair store. They purposely did like a 50% off sale. I think people tried to attempt not going to the beauty supply, but then they put a 50% sale thing on the windows, and there was a line outside of the thing. So I think that black people are really easily manipulated, and they say stuff like this because they're ill motivated, like trying to weaponize their dollars, trying to, I guess, benefit.
I got a question.
This is just like with the Target situation when they tried to boycott Target.
It worked.
I mean, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
There were still black people, tons of black people in Target every single day.
It worked.
And I don't believe that this is even going to last. I don't believe that they have enough like ammo behind it for them to keep going and not going to the Asian nail shops and not going to get their Remy hair and their Brazilian hair, even ordering it online. Like, I don't think that I don't take it serious at all.
I think
it never does last. But I just looked up an article. It said the lifespan of the Asian community, dollar in the Asian community is 28 days, where compared to the black community is 6 hours. So is the Asian community really impacted by a black boycott? That's my question.
Yeah.
No.
Even if you go to a black hair salon, are they getting their even if you go to a black hair place to get wigs or weave, the vendor 9 times out of 10 is probably Asian.
Is Asian.
So if
Yeah.
they're gonna really boycott it, you're gonna have to dig deep.
But
to see where your money is going, because they're gonna eat on the back end anyway.
What about the clothes that we wear? Y'all, this is fake outrage. Like they do it, they talk about these videos and they go back to ordering these clothes and Shein and Fashion Nova. Black people aren't making this.
But you gotta understand, you gotta hold up, man, because you said
she made that video right back on
but Q, you gotta understand, these people, I mean, they frustrated. They don't know what to do.
And nothing's going to change because I highly doubt there's one person that actually buys from everything they got is from a black person.
Yeah, but
their
Q,
house, their car, their clothes, what their stuff at home. What percentage of people are actually only buying and supporting black people?
No, but Q, you getting joy out of their misery. Like they
no, I'm not. Because it's fake outrage. They're gonna say this and make this little video, and guess what? And they're posting on a white man's app, right? They're on social media. Oh, iPhone. So let's just make sense.
But they're black. They don't.
But
think
instead of saying,
like that.
instead of saying I'm a boycott a business because it happened, maybe say we need to get out here and get our youth together. We need to get out here and see why young boys are carrying. We don't care about their kids. Mentors. We need to get out. If people that don't have dads, that maybe instead of saying I'm a boycott the Chinese, I'm gonna do this.
That sounds way easier said than done. And I think it's such a complex situation. You're not wrong in what you're saying, but there are also systems in place. Whether or not it's this case or not, I feel like it's kind of working kind of simultaneously. Yes, our system needs to be different, but yes, also we still need to get in our communities and better ourselves, especially as black folks in our community. But we cannot negate the fact that there have been things in place that have hindered black folks that still carry over to now, whether y'all agree or not. It's all kind of working in a cycle.
Don't worry.
So my thing is, how do we break the cycle, or is it even breakable?
Don't worry. We're gonna have chicken dinners at the church Sunday. We're gonna have biscuit.
You break the cycle by building the families and creating a different culture.
Yeah.
You gotta stop
luck.
depending on everything that was given to us. Like you have to start from the ground up.
I've been listening to this
stuff down.
I'm saying I'm
nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing
it's not that easy.
That's why you want to keep. It is.
No, I'm gonna say this. I do the work.
It is easy.
Listen,
Nobody
because
wants
I
to
work.
do that.
I work as a probation officer with juvenile. So when they're stealing and I go to a court case and I say, why are you stealing? And he say, because I don't have nobody. Women are having kids at an alarming speed. So 16 and 14-year-olds are raising themselves because she got 4 other kids at home.
It's deeper than that, though.
No, listen. So I buy them shoes. I get their haircut. I help them get a job. I put them in a position to win. No, it's not. I get them back in school. If they're 14,
giving them stuff is hurting them.
Yeah, that's hurting them, man. You gotta make them cut you out or something.
They do work. You're not hearing me. I get them a summer job. But in the moment when they get out of juvenile and they don't have nowhere to go, I get them in a group home. I get them shoes. I get them clothes. I get them pajamas. Stuff that everyday stuff that they need to get up and use so that they can go to school.
It runs so much more deeper than that.
They can go get a job. So they cannot. I do the work. So you can't save everybody, but little bit by little bit, you can help.
Right. SJ is right, because the main thing that hinders families is the lack of community.
You saying she right because she agreed, because you agree with her. That's why you saying
but I say shampoo, golly.
Yeah, but you saying she
right. SJ is right, because families don't have the support that they need or should be getting from other people that are able to support and want to help and want to assist in teaching. There's people out here that love to teach, that love kids, that love to mentor and do all of this stuff, but nobody wants to connect the dots. Everybody has this individualistic mindset for whatever reason it is, but it's like we need people to come together and say, hey, I need help with this. How about we do this? People have business plans that's just sitting on the table and nothing being executed. Once people start actually saying, hey, I'm here to help, let me do this.
When is this going to happen?
Then these kids can be able to do it. Whenever people make a choice to do it, that's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you something.
People need to make a choice.
I'm old as dirt. All right, I'm over
We know.
and I heard this when I was in my mother's stomach. I could hear it muffled. This whole shit. Yo, you know, we get together. Blah, blah, blah.
But guess
Have you
what?
ever
The
helped
stuff
the
that they
community?
have been doing, the stuff that they're choosing to do, riots, boycotting, that stuff is not helping. They're
It did
actually
work
doing
back in the day. It worked back in the day.
No, it didn't, because we're here now.
In one place, and we all over the place. It's
We're
not
here. We're here now,
one
and
business.
it's not working. It hasn't worked then, and it's
They
not
worked
working
then.
now.
What are you talking about? Martin Luther King brought them people to their knees.
He's dead. He's dead. They shot and
Wow.
killed him, just like
See?
Malcolm X. Where's our leaders? No,
Dead.
that stuff doesn't
Karmelo, let me
work.
ask you a question. In the ideal world, right? We're gonna do what you said do. Okay, I'm gonna use the business plan for an
Maybe they
example.
should have ducked.
Well, hear me out. Wait a minute, Shampoo, because I really want to hear a perspective on this. We had a business plan, and now it's time to take it to other folks to try to get funding for it, or we're trying to create and make this thing happen, right? Because I don't have the capital.
When you say
hold
other
up.
folks, what you mean? What you mean other folks?
So let's just say I had this business planned out that's going to we can just say the Black community to help us grow as a community. However, I don't have the capital. And the reasons why I don't have the capital could be we can deep dive into that, but I'm just saying I need to go talk to somebody to get funding for it. When you present in front of like different banks and other systems, we cannot negate the fact that it is a lot harder for Black folks to receive business funding, to receive loans on certain things, to receive, like, even if we did what we're supposed to do, the system can still fail. Then what?
So why do you thank God?
No, I don't. Well, that's the thing. That's where we differ, because I don't agree that we're not able to get the funding. I actually have witnessed people getting funding, even myself, for certain business plans. So
not
when it
you,
comes down
love.
to that,
In
I'm
general,
not talking about. I'm not just
not you
talking
and your
about me.
people. I'm
But
talking about
Man, what's going on?
Okay,
This
so
thing keep
this
tripping.
is why we're having a difference,
We
because you're
should be the
saying not
last
you and
people
your
thanking
people.
God.
You're trying to make it seem like, okay, I don't know what happened. She fell out the thing.
I think it's everybody's thing. Mine's
No, but I
messing
will
up.
say, to carry her point, Black founders make up make up less than 3% of founding funding. So like seed round funding and stuff like that, they do make up less than 3%.
Oh, Black
so in a
people?
room full of investors, less than 3% of Black people will get funding for their projects. And it really takes seeking those projects to know about that. Like in Tennessee, we're builders in Tennessee, and we have a license now to build up to 2.7 million. But when we first started out, even though some of our personal projects exceeded 1 million here, so we have the credentials and the experience to see these projects come through fruition, the state still was like, well, maybe you guys should start at interior decorators, and that would give your license a $75,000 limit. And so we had to really fight with the state in Nashville to even get our license to 750,000, to 1.5, now to 2.7. So I understand what you're saying, Karmelo, but like on a systematic level, we can't be so privileged to where we ignore certain things that do exist.
I understand that, but she's the one that brought out getting services from the system. I'm not speaking about getting services from the system. I'm speaking from a community level. We have way too much money that goes to other businesses and other projects and stuff like that, whenever we can be funneling that money in to people that we care about and that we
let me ask you a question,
putting that as but that's what I'm saying. It needs to start
It's
That's
never
the
gonna
point.
Let
This
me
is literally.
They've been doing that.
This
That's
is
what Shampoo said.
literally.
They've been doing that since the
They've been
60s,
doing
man.
it, talking
But
like
this is
60
what I'm
years.
saying. This is literally the only thing that Black people have not chose to
All right,
do.
so
They
let me
choosing
ask
to
you a
do
Black
question.
people hate
everything
each other,
else.
man. Black people don't want to see nobody
If
rise,
we're
man.
both on the same
There you
page,
go. There
I
you
got you.
go.
Oh, I
They don't
got
want
you.
to
Now
see
that's the
nobody
real
rise,
truth right
man.
there. Too many
There
If
you
chiefs
we're
and
go.
not enough
both,
Indians.
if
That's the
we're,
exact point
if
Because
right
somebody
there.
gonna have to
right,
rise
if you
up and
both
be a
on the
chief. They
same
ain't gonna want,
page
they ain't
with
gonna want
that,
that black
right?
man to rise up.
Where do we go next? Like, who
I
would
tell
you
you,
get if you had $1 million,
As a
right? $1
consumer,
million black dollars? Which black person would you invest in right now?
I
Do
would
you know
invest.
one personally, not a celebrity? Do you know one personally, like you'd be like, hey, yo, I'm up. Let's take that idea right now. I trust
Yes,
you.
I
Here go
know
the
two
bag.
people. I know two people from my childhood that I would help them get their business off the ground. If they came to
I
me, then I
know.
try to help them. They're really good at something, but they just don't want to put the work in. But I would give
I
them money.
know.
All right, but
Yes.
hold on. That's
Man,
a
I
black
big
people
know
can't
thing,
even get a
10.
SJ.
raise,
I
man.
know
SJ, that's
10
a
people.
got you. SJ, that's a big thing. They got the step. But what I find in the black community is we be a student for too long. Like, okay, I'm gonna start my business after I do this. I'm gonna do this after I do that. And it's always okay, I got my credit right, but now I'm a little scared because I got this stable job. Like I don't want to mess with this.
I feel like it's
Like,
the people you surround yourself with though, right? Because if you're procrastinating, you need somebody who believes in you to say, listen, now we going today. Matter of fact, I'm in the front. I'm about to drive. Put your
right,
shoes
but you
on.
just
We
said
going right now.
you just said they don't have a drive. What was the words you used about
So
those two
they
people?
don't
said they was
this
lazy.
is no this is what they lack. They lack motivation. So until I'm going to help you if you want to help yourself. I'm going to come as a good friend and say, you know what? You're really good at mentorship. You should start a mentor program. I'm willing to back you and help you get a building because I work for the government
I
already
can't
in the
give a
county.
million. I can't
No,
give $1 million
listen,
to
listen.
people that
If I
lack
come tell
motivation.
you, if I see you that you do this, that's what I'm telling you. But once you get up and do it, if they were to come to me and say, SJ, I'm ready. This is my business plan. I'm ready. I will give them the money because I see the passion. It's just you can't turn it off and on. If you're gonna really grit and be in it, you got to do it day in and day out. When you start a business, it's like having a newborn. You got
But
to
for
really
me,
dedicate your
Can I
life
say
to
something?
that.
Because y'all was
to
talking.
And
Can I
invest, you
just
gotta
say
have a
something
little bit
real
more than
quick?
passion.
Can I say something real quick and I'll keep
You gotta
it
have
real?
credit.
When
You
you
have to
And
have
it's
sustainability. You have to have infrastructure. You have to have
but
and,
that's
and
it
distribution.
comes down to who you know.
all right, but
When you
can I just
surround
say
yourself
something?
correct.
with if you surround yourself with 3 millionaires, you bound to be the fourth.
Right.
You
Absolutely.
got to do the right stuff. You
Yeah,
got to
but that
learn. You got to ask questions. You got to put in the work. If you surround yourself with bums that
you
smoke
know.
weed all day and hang in the hood and just talk, that's where you gonna be.
But
I
I'll
Absolutely.
tell
need
you,
I
I'll
need
tell you who
people
puts
that's
in the work. I'll tell you who puts in the work.
She just cut out.
I'll tell
You
you
need
who
people that's
puts
what?
in the. I'll tell you who puts in the work. The people that puts in the work are these Mexicans and
I can't
Hispanics.
hear
That's a
Shampoo. Can
fact.
y'all hear Shampoo?
We can hear shampoo.
If
I can hear you clear. I
I
can't hear
wish I
him.
didn't.
if you keep it real, I had in front of my house, I had the steps. You have to get whole new steps and railings and everything. I had a black company come here. I had a black company come here, right? They said they gave me some high astronomical price and all of this stuff, and I knew I shouldn't have did it, but I said, let me get them a shot. I got them Mexicans half the price. It looks beautiful, neat, everything. When we do stuff for people, we got to show our best too. We can't just say, "Oh, I'm a black business. I'm gonna just hire you." That's not good. That's not
You
good.
said it was beautiful shampoo, but was it properly done? A
It
lot
was
of people
properly done. Yo, the cement, wait, let me finish. The cement in the middle of the brick looked like a painting. It looked like it's unbelievable, the job that they did.
If y'all, I know that this is a normal narrative a lot of times because I don't understand how you boycott Asian businesses in the sense that, first of all Asians ain't even the same. Chinese are different than Japanese. Japanese is different than Koreans. Koreans is different than Vietnamese. Even Indians can be considered Asians, right? I don't understand, first of all, that, but then at the same time, we expect to still be able to use other people's businesses and leverage to sustain our own lives. I find it highly hypocritical and funny because everybody was against the Trump tariff in China. Everybody was against it. I want to go to China, get my products. I got to get my Temu. Everybody fought for Alibaba and all of this other shit. They fought for Fashion Nova, everything. And then all of a sudden, an isolated incident that don't have anything to do, because we don't want everybody to look at us as a monolith. We don't want everybody to say, well, because she ghetto and she wear a bonnet in the airport, all black people is ghetto. We don't like the stereotype, but we're doing it, and that's cool. And I support people's right to do what they want to do inside of the United States, so I'm not tripping about it. But we'd be crying foul and discrimination if companies said, well, we don't want to lend y'all any more money, and we're not going to give y'all financing for your cars and whatever, right? And I'm just wondering, like, how do we make sense of that? And B, if you really are not going to be performative, meaning that you're going to go all the way down to the root, you're not going to use no Chinese products, you're not interested in, nothing from nobody outside of the black community because we don't have any real infrastructure. Why not build up in Africa? Like, why not go all the way to the source and the root and just go 100% full throttle and say, you know what, fuck rocking with everybody else. I only want to rock with this genocide monster that is trying to kill everybody over in this African country.
Go on now.
Why not just do that? Like, why not go to Sudan?
The Africans ain't gonna fuck with us either.
And meet up with the people that got half
Hell no, they sure ain't.
Been chopped off.
They don't like us.
Honestly, hold on. Wait. Ain't no they, because we've grouped all Asians into a box. So I think that it's a valid argument for us to be able to group all black people into a box and say, well, listen, let's just wash our hands and empty our 401ks and go get this meaningless coin over in this African country.
I like it next to
$1 equals 18 million.
I'm good.
And let's just go ahead and just break off.
I fucks with the white man.
They won't even do it here.
Because, like, if you go, I've always been taught that if you're gonna do something, don't do it halfway, go all the way in. So, if you don't want to be performative, because again, I respect people's right to do whatever they want to do, why not go all the way in?
I feel safer around white men, white people.
Because I didn't even know that most black people fuck with black people. Like, all black people don't even fuck with all black people like that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We got Crips and Bloods. Like, it ain't even just one black gang. We got them both. And then we got GDs and everything else that you can throw in there.
Pyro.
And then
don't nobody fuck with black people.
Liberal black people don't fuck with Republican black people, even though they believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion. It just depends on if it aligns with what you think, because they hate Republican black people more than they hate white people. And I just
we don't share the same values or principles.
Let me say this last thing, because I've been listening to y'all argue about this bullshit for a while. For all of you black men that keep following the instructions and the orders of black women and letting them tell you what to do, y'all are some true bitches. Like, I truly believe that y'all are the bane of our entire society. For you weak motherfuckers that keep on listening to women tell you what the fuck to do, instead of telling that bitch, hey man, we not doing this shit no more. I'm tired of hearing what you talking about. Sit your punk ass down and let me quarterback this thing. Because in my family, when the men are talking, the women get the fuck out the room. I don't understand why y'all keep listening to them telling y'all what to do and y'all keep following them, because they made a movement on TikTok and they just the post before that they was talking about how they was trying to decenter your punk ass.
They scared. These niggas emasculated, man.
They just 2 weeks ago they said that they didn't even like you niggas and that they wanted to decenter men. Now all of a sudden y'all aligning with them because nigga, we don't even be in the beauty supply store. What the fuck we talking about?
Right.
We don't even go. We don't buy wigs. We don't do none of that shit. We buy a pair of clippers.
You don't think we should be
make sure that we clean up that shit? Probably
I was
lasts
about to say
2
I
years.
do get my clippers from the beauty supply.
But that lasts you 10,
I'm
15
about to say
years
that's
most
mad.
of the
Yeah, I'm
time.
finna tell you.
Unless you need another blade.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or I
So
take it back in there.
why would I
change
listen
it out.
to why would I listen to women tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to do? Bro, I don't even when a woman insults me, especially online, I take that as like a 10% of an insult. It take 10 women to insult me before I would even consider that one insult. It's like, well, you don't qualify to be able to talk to me in real life. We wouldn't even be the same. Tell you to get the fuck out the way, and if not, have security remove you. I don't listen to a fucking woman tell me what to do. My mama can't tell me what to do at all. Nobody can tell me what to do, especially a fucking woman, and y'all letting these women tell y'all what you should and shouldn't do and who you should boycott. Man, all of these women ideologies, man, get the fuck out of here.
You think women are equal to
I'm
men?
not going for this dumb shit, bro.
You think
It's
women
emotional.
are equal to men?
No.
You said what?
I said it's emotional.
No.
Do I think that women are what?
Equal
to men. Hell no.
No.
Oh.
Men ain't equal to women.
In no way,
Why
shape,
would a
or
woman
form.
want to be equal to a man?
And men ain't equal to women. I mean, we different. That's what it is.
Some women do. They buck up at you. They buck up.
Those are women who don't know their dad, or they don't know no better. Women who know their father and been raised by certain things in their life. Just like you said, you get out the room when men are talking. You don't get between two men's conversation. You don't buck up on a man because you can't fight him. You can't whip his ass, so you got to get out the way.
They got plenty of women that buck up on men.
Any woman that's around me, and this is the honest to God truth, they ask me, so what we doing? So what's happening? Who we voting for? Like, I get 2 votes.
But you know why though, Anton?
I get 2 votes.
I'm gonna keep it 100, right?
3, depending on who's around me at the time. I don't.
But this the issue though, Anton.
A woman is like a wild fucking horse, bro. Like, you have to break her. You have to break her. Listen to what I'm telling you, bro. And when you with a woman for an extended period of time, you got to retrain her, because sometimes they get too comfortable and then they be saying whatever the fuck they want to say when they want to say it. And that's cool. And it's like, I'm going to give you leeway to do that. But then at the same time, you're going to have to remember who the fuck you talking to. And so you got to retrain her, and you got to retrain her and help her to understand that we not the same. I respect you. Right. I love you. But who the fuck you talking to?
Well, it's like this though, right?
I don't get you niggas that be out here listening to a woman instruct you. Like, what are y'all talking about, bro?
Hey, Anton, ask a woman this though one time. What do you want to be? You want to be my equal, or you want to be my lady? My lady gets special treatment. My equal is a nigga out here in the streets competing with me.
I don't even say that. I just say, hey, I got your
Which
Uber
one you want to be?
I just say I got your Uber on the way. because honestly, too much talking, it makes it seem like you're not serious.
Yeah.
It just makes it seem like you're not serious. So you got to make an example. Listen,
but you know, men have forgotten their value in the world, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know how women always talk, I know my worth and all that, right? These niggas don't know their worth, man. Like I tell a woman off top all the time, right? If we break up, all you gonna get is dick. I'm gonna get a dedicated bitch tomorrow.
But maybe
no. Let's keep this shit 100 though. No, look, come on now.
Bro, I have never ever over the last, I would say, 23, 24 years of my life, man. In real life, I don't raise my voice, bro. I just be doing shit.
No, but I'm telling you,
I'll just start collecting your keys and say, all right, it's time for you to go home.
But am I lying? No, that's what I'm asking y'all. Am I lying?
My car. But how am I gonna get home without my car? You mean my car?
Yeah, that motherfucker in my name.
This is a benefit that comes along with being in my presence. Like, remember that all of this shit is because of me. It's not because of you. It's because of me. Now I'm gonna make sure that you're good, but at the same time, you're not gonna be great.
Right.
Only time you can be great is when you
man. Dance don't believe that shit. He be like, yo, I slap this shit out.
No, I don't put my hands on no one. I got 4 daughters, so I don't play that shit because I kill a motherfucker dead. He touched mine. But I'm just saying, you know, point blank period, though. I know I'm a man. I'm going to stand on it. Hold on. Let me say this, though.
You ever hit a woman before?
Yeah, when I was young as fuck, a kid.
You into it?
Huh?
Yeah,
Bro,
when I was I ain't into that shit.
I'll keep a regular.
What?
What I'm saying is this, though, right?
I keep a regular pedestrian car, just in case I got
a pedestrian car.
just in case I got to put you in it.
Pedestrian car.
Yeah, because I got the high ends and all of that shit or whatever. But then I'm gonna always keep a regular pedestrian car, just in case I have to remind you what cloth seats feel like. Like, I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna make sure you get to and from, but I just want to make sure that we on the same page.
Right.
I'm not about to be sitting there. Y'all be talking and arguing and going back and forth and explaining it to her, and she keep telling you need more emotional intelligence. What are you talking about?
And then as soon as you do that, she play you like you's a bitch. Because now you showing estrogen instead of testosterone.
I don't understand y'all, bro. Y'all letting these women tell y'all who they gonna boycott.
Man, these niggas is pussy whip, bro. Come on, man. It's plain and simple. These motherfuckers selling out they man. My grandfather always told me, your manhood is the only thing that can't be taken from you. You got to get that shit away. And that's real. And I stand on that.
Hey, listen. Y'all niggas, shout out to my chat. I really love y'all niggas. But the minute that a chick goes south, and I give a lot of grace. I give so much grace. Q be like, Anton, you giving these hoes too much grace.
Too much.
This is literally the word for word what she'd say. She said, Anton, I don't know why you giving that hoe so many chances.
Too nice.
See, y'all getting this version of Q. The Q that I have offline, she'd be like, these hoes is out of control.
Don't trust these hoes.
That's exactly what she said.
Mika's a prime example. Oh, I was supposed to say that. My bad.
Q say what she say.
Q wow.
And I be fighting for y'all. I be sticking up for y'all. And I be like, Q, we gotta be nice to him and all of this stuff.
No.
And then she be like,
told you so.
Like, you cut that hoe off now? Because you should have listened to me. And I'd be like, yeah, I had
You need a Q. You need a Q.
I had to cut these hoes off. Seriously. And she'd be like, cut this one off, cut that one off, fuck that one. And I'd be like, yeah, I feel. Eventually, I'll be stubborn. But then I'll be like,
you said fuck that one?
No, I didn't say that. I said Mika was the prime example. Mika.
I don't know what Q talking about.
Three times. She mean that Q.
I don't know what Q talking about.
That boy wild, man.
But I mean, I guess all I'm saying is stop letting women tell y'all who to boycott and who not to boycott. Like, y'all got to get y'all big boy pants on and make a decision for yourself. In my opinion.
Anton, let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought?
That's just like a few years ago. Remember when they made Juneteenth a national holiday? Right?
I don't think he can hear you, bro. I don't think he can hear you.
Huh?
Darren, can you hear Darby?
Yeah. Oh, no, hold on. Yeah. Oh, is he talking right now?
No, he talking. Yeah, he talking now. What was you saying, Darby? Give me 1 second.
No, I was just asking. Have you ever considered?
I can't hear him. Yeah, I can't hear him.
See, I told you.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Leave and come back, Darren. So leave and come back.
I had the same issue. No, Anton, I was asking, have you ever considered like, hey, I'm never supporting this business ever again? Has that thought ever crossed your mind before?
Yeah, if they give me bad service.
Now I can't hear Anton. Dang. What is going on?
This is the software. This is.
I'm gonna leave and come back, bro.
Yeah, because it happens every.
All this time, he can't hear us.
He can hear
a lot of times the reason why people are over talking people is because they don't be able to hear some of the people. And it's a software issue. It ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, because it happens to everybody.
Before he come back, all this time.
Oh, here you go.
Like,
is he talking now?
All this time,
can you hear me, Darby?
All this time, I thought that was a roller.
He can't hear me.
I still can't hear him.
Now, if I don't go to a business, it's because
can't hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
If I don't go to a business, it's gonna be because the business is not a good business. It ain't gonna be because of race.
Exactly. Yeah.
Darby.
It's not gonna be because of race.
Yep.
Oh, he's on delay. Lift up your wrist.
It's if I get good service.
I'm wired in with an Ethernet. I don't know.
It's not your internet.
The software. It's StreamYard because it does it on every episode.
Really?
With certain.
I never have this problem with any other software, but I use this software because
all the rest of them is good. I think it's on his end.
No, because it happens to certain people on the panel. They would have to leave and come back because they'll hear certain people.
It doesn't happen to me. You gotta have good equipment.
Well, you talk over anybody regardless, so we don't know if it does happen to you or not.
Shampoo gonna get hurt every episode. I'll be laughing when Shampoo be on. I'll be looking for you, bro.
I don't. And by the way, I don't have any problems.
What's
with
the other
Mika.
girl name? Mika?
I don't have any problems with Mika.
Okay, now what was you saying, bro?
Wait, I think my mic went out.
What
you saying, Hello?
I don't have no problems with anybody.
Does Mika look good?
We hear you.
She look good.
Does she look good? Mika?
She look good.
Yeah.
I don't have any problems with anybody. Everybody is love.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
All love to everybody.
I guess.
Q, you got problems though?
Yeah, I think I just don't like the fakeness. Like I'm very not on the.
I'm gonna have to watch the playback because I can't even hear Q on it.
You got beef with a lot of females now because I don't like some of these men either. So it don't got to do with female. As I said, it's based on character. So it doesn't got to do with no gender. It's based on character. Yeah, character.
In 2026.
Yes, character, not race. You can be woman, man, she, he, them, they. You know.
Yeah, I shout out to Mika. I fuck with Mika.
Yeah.
Damn, I want to see Mika.
I don't know what time. You know, it's not in a good mood.
Somebody wearing them sling dresses and shit.
A lot of y'all mics.
They playing musical chairs.
Yeah, a lot of y'all mics ain't working.
But that's too funny. Anton's saying that because he knows it's gonna be clipped up.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck about no clips. I don't watch no clips.
Anton like clips.
Yo, Anton, who does Mika look like that's famous? Because I've never seen her.
She looked like the shark tail fish, the one that Will Smith
must be real fun, man. If you shot
She's pretty as fuck.
I know she is. Yo,
Angelina Jolie played.
She look like that's
looks ain't got to do with nothing with nobody's character shampoo.
That is funny.
Because look at Joy Taylor. She's cute, but she upped her way to the top. It looks ain't got nothing to do with character.
Shit, if you look good, you think she got character.
I mean, that's true.
She's got a lot of character.
That's true. Well,
Nah, she is good. She is good looking.
Oh
yeah,
God,
she ain't ugly. She good looking. The character is shitty though.
Is she? Nah, that's the kind you want right now.
Okay.
I just want to say that Jess gets finer and finer every panel that she's on.
Yeah.
Who, me? Thank you, girl. I appreciate it.
Is she
even finer in real life, though.
Everybody's being nice today on here. I love that. But let me get to.
How old is Mika?
Damn, shampoo. That girl is married. We don't know.
One more question, because I never seen her.
I'm gonna send you her IG.
That's still up.
Is she
Q, that's still up for debate.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I think she married. That's why I don't want to speak on nothing I don't know. I think
Q. Is she rapeable?
This nigga here.
No, nobody. We don't approve of what he just said. No, she's not. Let's go to the super chat.
Okay.
Johnny Mac 81 said it's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove in court. Nick Rice, law-abiding citizen. Karma_Wanderer says, so are we gonna see black women with natural hair then? No. E-Money 999 says, then there will be no businesses left in the community. MC Heavy Tits 9000 says shampoo sounds like a plant. Not encouraging strong nuclear flames is crazy. Only just commentary says I hate New York. Facts, but damn, those Knicks fans were cheering when they were down over 20. That's amazing.
Yep, they sure was.
The Genius CEO says Anton got Beyonce on that casting couch tonight. What up, Carmaya? What up, everybody? And shout out to y'all being loyal like those New York fans, no matter what.
What is Beyonce on the casting couch?
I don't know.
What does that even mean?
Genius.
He's saying Mika looks like Beyonce.
No, he didn't. Where did he say that?
That is not what he said.
That's not what that super chat said, huh? I'm gonna send you her IG shampoo tonight.
I think he's talking about Jess.
Yeah, I was just about to say because I'm the only one on the couch.
Q,
You know,
Q don't like.
I am
Q don't
gay
like.
today.
Q don't like. Q don't like Mika. I think that everybody is cool.
Yeah. And Jess, a little
I
while
have
ago.
the right not to like Mika though.
And Jess,
How?
a little
Well,
Everybody
hold
got the
on,
right.
no shampoo.
Everybody
Heck no, shampoo. Hold on.
Everybody got the
Anton
right to
said it
like.
like Q. No, Q has the right not to like Mika. Mika used you, got her little subscribers,
Might go to the
and
restaurant.
wanted to do her little interviews on other little podcasts and tell BS like she wasn't down, like she wasn't your friend. Going to the meetup, like you needed her. No, nobody subscribed to her little ass YouTube channel. Nobody knew who the hell she was until y'all were doing interviews. So for her to go on her little interviews on those other panels, and I didn't find out till late. Quinn let me know about the lowdown because I wasn't really on YouTube. So no, Mika was a user, and now nobody doesn't watch her no more because she's not on no what shampoo.
Well, from 1 to 10, how she look?
I don't know. I'm not gay.
Oh, wait a
I'm
minute.
not gay. I don't just okay. Based on her looks and character, she's a 0 because she's a user. I don't like women. I don't like women that want to use men and then hop to other things when the opportunity is not all flavorful. So no, women could look beautiful, then they got an effed up character.
Q, you gotta be objective, Q. He said
no, I can't be objective because she made it seem like it was just business. When she was coming to the meetups, ha with Rita and us, like, oh, we're cool. It's not, it was just, but then she wanted to be, it was just business. No, that's a damn lie. It was not, you was hanging with us.
He was kicking it. He was kicking it.
Yeah, I just don't like women being fake like that. But then again, we've encountered that. Me and Anton on other panels have encountered fake people and fake men. The other panel we was on, he was fake. Anton got a lot of backlash for that. And he was
I thought that was Mika just then.
And guess what? And that guy was effing girls on the panel. But then he thought it was Anton. No, it was him. I'm upset because the Spurs lost. So I'm on it right now. So yeah. I thought it was Anton. No, it was him.
But Q,
hey, Q, the way
Wait, who was messing with panelists?
If you knew the other little panel we was on that's shitty now because we're not on it. So that's what happens. Y'all,
so you saying he was doing it?
People that rock with Anton, when they stop rocking with him, then there's nobody. Then their channel goes down. Then they're not on YouTube anymore. They gonna learn. It's okay.
You know what? You know what, Q? I just love you for this. You.
It's because the Spurs lost. I'm emotional.
Hey, that's Karmelo, you outlast the other one. I ain't gonna bring it up.
But Q, it is.
Wait, what?
Y'all used to be like this. I used to be watching like, get her.
Yes, shampoo.
Oh, please don't say her name. Don't say her name.
Q,
we gonna be clipped up.
This is hypothetical. This is hypothetical.
No, I'm not gay.
No, I know you. You be a gay, fine as you is. Listen, if hypothetically, if you and Anton were doing anything together, nobody would know.
What?
Shampoo, you asked the most.
What does got to do with the fake people?
Questions.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
What does got to do with the fake hoes?
I'm saying
I don't get what the relevance.
No, but I'm saying nobody would suspect because of the relationship.
It don't matter what people think. The only thing that matters is what we know.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly.
Me and Q know what it is, and that's all that matters.
That's what I'm saying. You agree, Anton. You know.
Yeah, but what that got to do with the fake people in the past, though? And I sent you her IG shampoo so you can make a judgment as a married man yourself.
I'm gonna make a judgment when I go in the bathroom.
She put that title.
Let's get to the super chat, y'all, because
is it worth a talk? Is it worth a talk?
She might be single. You can shoot your shot. You know.
I don't give a damn.
You know. But let's go to the super chat. Did you see it says Anton? Oh, we already read that one. Stud shooting her shot. Damn, who the stud? MC Heavy Tits is Q, a real one. She got Anton back. That's a fact. Daylor, great Daylor. I'm with Q. She's lame for that. That's a fact. She is lame for that. Anton won't say it, but I'll say it. Because nobody knew who the hell
they not calling me a stud.
I've never ever spoken anything negative about Mika ever.
Yeah, but I will.
Like,
She
what
fake.
the hell?
She fake.
I'm just saying, just cute. God dang, I gotta be a stud.
Great Daler said that's true. It's a lot of fake people on this YouTube streets. Cuban real since day one. She's beautiful, but I don't like disloyal people. That's a fact. Mika not ugly. Her character just ugly.
Okay, so she is fine.
I didn't say she was fine. I'm not gay.
So she is.
She's cute. I'm not gonna be here. She's cute. Her character. I just don't like women that use men. So to me, you a zero. Okay.
She's
So
very
she is
cute.
capable.
She's short and she looked like she got
A lot of
sausage
women
arms.
use men though.
Yeah, that's a fact. A lot of women do use men, and I don't like
little
that.
short arms.
Yeah.
There you go. Zarik says when shampoo speaks, his brain stops. Okay. Shout out to y'all. I just entertained y'all for 5 minutes, but
Can I tell that guy to run out of the store?
let's watch this clip because Karmelo was found guilty. That black little boy was found guilty. Let's watch this clip and talk about it.
Texas teen Karmelo Anthony plans to appeal his murder conviction in the stabbing death of Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet last year when they were both 17 years old. The jury sentenced him to 35 years in prison. Metcalf's father, Jeff, giving an emotional victim impact statement during the sentencing hearing. Quote, "The public response sickens me, especially when a gag order doesn't allow me to defend my son. This was never about race or politics, but what you did was to choose to make it about both. We all bleed the same color. You are free to make choices all your life, but you are not free to not face consequences." Correspondent Brooke Taylor reporting live from McKinney, Texas with the latest. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Martha. We just got word that Anthony's legal team has filed that notice of appeal, but just seconds ago, we wrapped up an interview with the district attorney and the lead prosecutor on the case. I could tell you they are extremely confident with the verdict here. There was no cameras in the courtroom, so it's our first time really hearing from them. Take a listen to what they told me their reaction was.
Just relief. Relief that 12 members of our community, the jurors, saw it the same way we did, that this was murder, plain and simple. And then they saw punishment like we saw it, that he needed a lengthy prison sentence.
I was relieved. I thought it would be murder, but until you hear it, of course, a jury can do whatever they want as long as they're following the law. So I was relieved for the family, mostly.
And the jury sentenced Karmelo Anthony to 35 years behind bars for fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during a high school track meet. Both the DA and lead prosecutor told me they were satisfied with this sentence, even though Anthony faced up to 99 years behind bars.
Dang.
Ooh, I gotta breathe.
35 years. Okay, so who thought before we go into deeper, who thought he should have been found innocent? Raise your hand.
Not innocent, but manslaughter.
I say innocent.
Maybe not murder. Maybe manslaughter.
Okay, wait. Jalen raised her hand, and then we're gonna go into what he should have been charged. Jalen, why you think he should have been charged?
Pull up did too.
You said what?
Mr. Pull Up raised his hand too.
Mr. Pull Up. Okay, so Mr. Pull Up and Jalen.
I
Why
was
do
gonna
y'all
say-
think he should have been innocent before we go deeper into it?
Go to Mr. Pull Up first.
Yeah, I want to say he was innocent. You know what I mean? Because he did, stab somebody and man lost his life. So I think about it. If that was somebody, one of our children or something, what would you want that man to get sentenced or whatnot? So I don't think he was innocent, but 35 years, that's pretty much a life sentence. When you're talking about any type of prison time.
He's gonna be 52 when he get out.
No, he'll be out in his 30s. He'll only have to do 17 and a half.
Yeah. Only.
Okay.
Shit.
Jalen, what
That's a
about you,
long
Jalen?
time, though.
Tell the truth, I don't know, man.
Wait,
'cause,
Darren, let Jalen say her motion and why he
Okay.
should have been innocent, and then we'll go into y'all.
Oh Lord
I
have
think he
mercy.
should have been innocent for the charge of murder because I don't think murder should have been the original charge to begin with. That's something to expect with a high profile case like this because you have a better chance, in my opinion, for the prosecution to convince the jury of murder because of the damning evidence, like Karmelo immediately saying, I stabbed him. That's like gold mine for the prosecution. I do believe that criminal negligent homicide. I think that's what it's called. I think, and or manslaughter should have been the choice, because it's kind of hard to prove intent to murder, period. And I don't think they did a good job in proving the intent to murder, even though the result of his actions did result in someone losing their life, which is why the criminal justice system has tiers of killings, from manslaughter to negligence all the way to capital murder. So I just think that
they kind of was able to prove that intent though, for a couple of different reasons. One, why did he even have it? Is it illegal to have the little pocket knife thing that he had? Absolutely not. But why you got that?
Illegal.
You said what?
It's illegal for them to carry that on school grounds.
On school
I
grounds.
was talking about in general.
You
I'm not
cannot have it on school grounds.
I'm talking about in general,
that's a
Anton.
Texas law.
So if he wasn't on school grounds, yes, it would have been good. But since he was on school grounds,
right, follow me here. So in general, it was not an illegal thing for him to have, but because it is illegal for him to have it, that could also aid toward them proving intent. Also, by him saying, touch me and see what happens. And then they were also talking about reasonable force. A push does not equal a stab, regardless if I get it that he was at like 6'2", 200 something, and he was like 185, 8. I get it, but you meet force with reasonable force. A push could have been another push, but you just don't go straight from a push to a stab, and especially if he said, touch me and see what happens. So I could see why, the defense was kind of like, there was some intent. Whether or not it was going to be him, it could have been somebody else.
The prosecution.
The problem,
my bad, prosecution.
The problem with that theory, is that he should have. He has to go to prison for, I think, for manslaughter, because he has no criminal record. He has a high grade point average. I think it's a 4.0 or something, and he's the captain of the football team. Again, no criminal record, and he stabbed him once. And then asked, was he okay? So you got to take all of that. These are just the facts. These are the facts. So
but they also have.
Yeah, I don't care if he was the captain or the vice president's son. Honestly,
oh, Jess, don't do that.
No, I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, but if you're gonna do that, you got to do it fairly, because Austin and his brother also have photos and videos of them holding guns too. And I don't like that stereotype where if you see a black teenager holding a gun at his grandmama's house, holding up the and then you see a family like Austin and his family, just because they're duck hunting with their guns, there's no difference. So
it is a little bit different, though.
It is.
It is different.
It is definitely
on a school property. That's illegal.
Definitely,
I'm confused. That's a big difference.
About just making the reference to the photograph,
that's a huge difference.
to like a character.
With two things, Dalen. I want to play devil's advocate to give a different way to look at it. It doesn't mean I agree either way, right? I'm just giving a perspective. So I just want to say that. But then also, too, it is a big difference than a person holding guns up like this in a photo, as opposed to somebody holding a gun going hunting. The intent is different. The reason is different. Like, just overall, it's just different.
Wait a minute. No. I think you should probably what it looks like when, let's say for us, if we're looking at a teenage boy that looks like Austin and he's holding up a gun and he's maybe in camo, just like how we saw it, it's safe to say, okay, maybe he comes from a family that teaches their boys how to hunt and how to be safe gun owners.
That's
and
true.
How to hunt niggas.
To not assume that Karmelo had the same thing just because he's not outside.
That photo
that man had a pocket knife. That's not the same as hunting.
You live in Arizona, and I think that you think this is a gang sign, baby. This means Houston. He was holding
I did this. This is handguns.
Well,
and I'm not even from Arizona.
Well, I'm just saying, because you're not in Texas. Like when people saw a photo of him holding up whatever type of gun in his granny's house, they're saying, okay, if you're black and you're holding a gun, you're more likely to be a thug or somebody who's a hoodlum. But if you're a white,
but Dalen, most black people holding guns ain't holding it because they about to go shoot some ghosts.
But you can't make that assumption.
Exactly. You can't make that.
You can. No, you can.
You
If I got a
actually
stack
can't.
of money to
You
my
actually
ear and a
It
can't.
gun,
depends
I'm
what
not
type
about to
of
go
gun
shoot
they
no ducks.
holding. They not holding up no
Right.
AR-15 to go hunting.
And it also depends
Some
on
people just collect guns, though.
where
There's
the
black people who
picture.
just collect guns.
Y'all gotta do one mic. Y'all gotta do one mic.
That y'all are being biased and that you do feed into the stereotype when you see a
It's
black
not a-
boy.
that's not a stereotype,
Let me
Galen.
finish. It's like I can never land my plane. When we look
Okay.
at black kids and we see them in photos and videos of them holding up guns, we do make the assumption they're ripping and running the streets, causing chaos, wreaking havoc all over their communities. But if we see white boys or Asian boys holding up their guns, we affiliate it with, oh, they're hunters. Their daddies are teaching them how to hunt deer and stuff like that. And I think that's a misrepresentation for this specific case because Karmelo does not have a history of being gang affiliated. He does not have a track record of
Galen.
violence.
He was.
What white boy do you see with a stack of money to his
Oh,
ear
no,
and a gun? Like, how often do you see white boys doing that?
But I'm
a lot
saying,
on TikTok. There's a lot of them on
A
TikTok
lot.
that
They do do it a lot. They do
It
do
is
it
a
a
lot
lot.
on TikTok.
Y'all gotta
A
do one
lot.
mic. Y'all gotta do one mic.
Hold on, really quick. The thing is, who's actually in the streets causing havoc with guns?
Oh my boy, here she go.
can we stay focused on the case, please?
That it no. Now you want to be
Going
focused
back,
on the
going
case.
back.
We're
Going back
talking
to the
about
gun.
what you're saying. You were talking about a stereo. Hold on, let me say what I'm saying. You're talking about a stereotype. You're saying that we're stereotyping them because both of them have guns in a picture. I'm asking, who is doing the havoc in the streets? The white boys with their guns or the black boys with their guns?
I'm going to answer you this because I won't be
Both.
for your racist.
When you ask me
Both,
why I want a white jury,
I'm asking.
Y'all gotta do one mic.
I'm just asking because you presented that we're stereotyping
No,
and
I'm saying that it's a stereotypical viewpoint. If you're going to make a comment about this boy being in a photograph holding up a gun, and I guess just it was a gun in one hand and a stack of money in the other. I'm saying that looking at a photo like that, making the assumption that that's credible to suggest that his likelihood to commit a murder, I don't think that goes hand in hand because if you're going to say, well, you're a teenager holding up a gun, more likely to kill somebody, then you need to apply that same rhetoric to Austin because he too is a teenage boy who is photographed holding up a gun, and it doesn't matter if
she's saying, but she's Dalen.
Okay, so wait,
Dalen,
no,
she's
I'm
saying white
asking.
people are better, like they better than
No.
black.
You heard exactly what I asked her. No, you heard exactly what I asked her, Shampoo. I'm
But
asking.
you know, hey, you know what everybody leaving up?
Are there
Everybody
white
leaving.
boys in the street causing havoc with guns,
Oh.
or are there black boys in the street
Hey, black
causing
boys.
havoc with guns?
White
Which one
boys
is
are
it?
better. White boys are better, Kamaya.
White boys do it
I'm
too.
asking
Hold on,
a
hold on, hold on, hold on. Hey,
Yeah,
who's shooting
that's a
up schools
disingenuous
full of
question.
innocent children?
Let her
But who?
answer the question.
No, hold on. No, let me
I
ask you a
answered it. I
question.
want her to ask. I want her to
Who's taking
It's
these
a
assault rifles
disingenuous
to
question.
schools and killing
How is it
innocent kids?
It's not disingenuous.
Yeah, she don't care
If
about
I
Wait,
could,
can
if
we?
I could.
What, y'all? We gotta do one mic.
No.
Can we stay
my
focused on the topic? We're not gonna
Who's
go to
taking assault
who's
rifles
killing
to who's taking choppers to school and killing innocent
that's why
kids?
we moving off topic.
Good
We
question.
need to stay on Carmelo
I'm
and
talking
Nobody want to
about-
answer that though.
I'm talking about the stereotype. I'm
Hey,
talking about
nobody
the
want to answer that
stereotype.
though.
Why
Hold on.
is
What,
there
hold
a
on.
stereotype when it comes
Hold
to
on.
those pictures?
Let me spill.
Stop
Let me
being
spill.
disingenuous.
Black
Why
people. Hold on.
is there a
Black,
stereotype when it comes to those pictures?
I'm
That's
gonna
all
tell
I
you
want
why.
to know.
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you if you talk?
don't wanna
If you
hear
let
that
me, if you listen, I can tell you. First
Go
of
ahead,
all,
bro.
I'm not saying it's right, but black kids, they kill a target. White boys pick up their daddy gun and go kill a whole school full of 6-year-olds.
Oh my God.
So they don't care about that though, Dan.
Now
You don't talk about that though, right?
No, she don't care about
I will
Okay,
say, I
so
think
we
a
not.
lot. I
Nah,
think
that
a
ain't
lot of
important. That
the.
ain't
You
important.
want to miss me with
I
all
think
the
a lot.
gang
I don't
activities
care.
as well?
But what I say, okay, gang members
we
kill
not
other
gonna
real
gang
quick.
members.
They're
Gang members
people.
kill other
They're
gang
still
members.
people. They're still people.
Okay, they
Are
are,
they
but what
not
I'm
people?
saying is, but
And
you're
they kill
nullifying.
innocent
Hold
people.
on.
And they
You're
also kill
nullifying the fact of
innocent.
what white people do with guns.
No.
Yes,
You're
you are.
nullifying
You're
the fact
nullifying
that
that. White people go
nullifying.
kill
That white
schools
people
full
is
of
better.
kids.
No. Do
They
bullets
kill
have
schools
names
full of
on them?
kids.
Do
They
bullets
walk
have
in
names
churches
on
and
them?
kill people. They do all type of weird shit with them guns.
Do bullets have names on them?
Man, come on, man.
Be
You about
for
to
Come
real.
on,
his,
man.
you about to
Okay,
his
Come
you
on,
got
Kobe
one
man.
Bryant.
mic.
Come
Yeah,
on.
hold on,
Other
hold on, hold on,
angels.
hold on. Everybody pause. Everybody pause. We are moving the topic. I don't care
No.
what these white boys are doing in schools in these pictures.
Yeah, we
Let's
don't care.
stick
That's
to Karmelo. He was
see?
found guilty, sentenced to 35 years. We already had Dalen and
This
Mr.
shit wild.
Pull-Up saying that he should have been found innocent. Now, for the other people, you guys said his charges should have been different. Why
Yeah,
do you think his
manslaughter.
charges should have been
No, we
different?
both
Let's
I,
stick
I
to
think,
Kobe.
I think,
Okay,
I
so
think.
I
Wait, one mic. Hold on. Essay, you go first. You ain't been talking.
Okay, the reason I think that the charges should have been manslaughter is because I feel like in murder one, right? It means intent. I don't believe that he got up that morning with an intent to kill somebody. I think that he shouldn't have had a knife at
Facts.
a sport event because you can't have it there. But murder one is like intent, like he got up that morning, and it goes for me, it goes back to scientific fact about frontal lobes, about brains not being fully developed at that age, about all of the things with the youth. I think 35 is steep because I don't think he intended to kill him. Now, I guess the argument could be once you stab somebody, whatever happens, you have to be ready. You don't stab somebody just to get them off you or cut you, or there's a number of things. He felt outnumbered. It was two of them. It was two twins. But I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because he is a black boy and I'm a nurturer, and so I feel like maybe as a woman I'm biased for young black kids. So I'm like, damn, 35 is steep for him. But I guess if the shoe was on the other foot and it was my kid who
Yeah,
got
You want
killed,
35.
35. No, I would
exactly.
want death. I would want
It
him.
ain't
I would
enough.
say,
Yeah.
I would say let him out so we could take his life. I would
Or
want
if
an
it was a
eye for
white
an
boy that
Right.
eye.
did it
I
to a
think
black
that
Right.
boy.
was I think it
No,
was
even if
very
he was
smart.
black, even if it was a black person that
Right.
did it to a black person, it's still bad.
Yeah,
It's
but
No,
still
I'm
the
saying
it.
a
thing is,
white boy.
But
A
I'm
white
But
boy
he
you.
shouldn't have
did
got
something to a
you
black boy.
35
gotta,
because it
but
wasn't premeditated.
yeah,
It
but you
wasn't
gotta look at
premeditated.
this.
One
Hold on,
mic,
let me
y'all.
finish. Hold on, let me finish. But when I look at the facts, right, I think the way that they are painting him like a thug is crazy as hell because Austin beat the shit out of his daddy. His daddy was at court with a cast on. The boy is out of control, like this is what they do.
But
They
he's
get in a lot of
That's
fights.
winning.
why they didn't put him on
Listen,
the stand.
hold on. Yeah, so I don't think that it was just like, oh, get out the tent and then he got the knife out and stabbed him. I do think some words was exchanged. It's crazy that the world we live in, nobody has a video of them exchanging words or how it
Hmm.
went down. People record everything every day.
Right.
There's not one video
Right.
under the tent. It looked a little suspicious to me, but I could be, like I said, I could be biased because I do like to protect young black kids, so I
Right.
could be
Right.
biased. I could admit that.
Clock, it says there was not enough evidence to support that he intended
But
to kill
It
him.
I
was, but
don't.
you
does
have
a
to look.
push equal a stab?
No,
But it
that's
wasn't
It
what
doesn't.
premeditated.
No,
It
listen.
wasn't
support.
premeditated
A
though.
push does not. You're
This
right. A push does not warrant a stab. Right. So I have a concealed carry. Before I can fire up on
okay.
somebody in the state that I live in, I have to do everything I can do to get away. I can't shoot you. If it's three people getting on me, I can shoot y'all because three people jumping on one person could result in death. If they
Exactly.
beat me bad
Yeah.
enough, I could die. But if it's just one person that shoves me, I have to remove myself. I have to run away. I have to get out the way. I have to do everything I can to get out the way before I harm
Mhm.
you, and you can only have a
Yeah.
weapon. I can't under no
Well,
SJ,
And you
Texas
circumstances.
SJ,
still
laws
go
are a
to
little
jail.
different,
SJ,
though. They're in Texas,
SJ.
so
Right.
Texas laws is a
You,
little different. I don't think
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
law,
you.
our laws, is like that. Like if you feel
Okay.
threatened, I think we can shoot. Don't quote me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
You
look it
can,
up real
you
quick
can,
too.
You can
you
shoot, but
can,
you
Stand
still
you
go
can,
to
around
jail.
and
you
take
can stand your
and
ground.
stand
However,
your ground, self defense. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, you
Okay.
can
So even if
stand.
the other
You can.
person doesn't have
Hold,
a weapon in Texas, you can
Weapons can
harm
be
them with a
hands, though.
weapon.
right,
People can die from
Okay.
hands,
right.
though.
Real
That's
Like
talk.
that's
those
You
true.
can, you
an
can.
actual threat
Let
to your
Darby
safety.
get some. Let Darby get some.
I can't get nothing, man.
go
Go
Y'all
ahead,
keep
ahead. Get
going
Darby.
some.
You
back
gotta
and
take it.
forth.
You gotta take it. If they don't give
Look,
it to you, you gotta take it,
I can
Darby.
see that. I can
Hey,
see that you
Darby.
don't know how
Hey,
to.
Darby,
Take
if them,
take that example is
can't. You know what I
crazy.
mean? Like,
if them
no, we
women
talk
don't
about
give
it,
it to you, take it. Hey, man.
man.
Don't listen to
Shampoo. Too
him.
But
We don't
no,
far.
approve
you
that
Yeah,
can,
too
message over
far.
you
here.
can, you can stand your ground. However, like in the age of technology and surveillance everywhere, if someone gets an angle on you where you had ways to escape and you didn't, it's not. Stand your ground can be a really sticky thing, and I know this because I dedicated like 3 years of my life just seeing a lot of violence within our community. And like someone will go buy a gun, but for women, for example, women are 7 times more likely to go to the gun store, buy a gun, and then say she's trying to defend herself, get disarmed, and that gun get used against her. 7 times more likely. So, and then a lot of these, like we're looking right here, weapons used in court cases. A lot of these things can keep our people in the judicial system. So I really wanted to learn these gun laws. And a lot of people think just because you can stand your ground, that just looks so black and white, and it's really not. You really have to have a clear-cut case that you could not, just like SJ was saying, that you could not evade. Like you had to meet that front on before that law can kick into effect, or it's highly debatable, and most likely you're going to result with some jail time. But I will say,
if you're a black man, I know y'all don't like to talk about race, but if you're a black man and you hold your ground against a Jewish person or white, Asian, whatever, that law,
they're gonna pick that apart.
Wait,
You're going to jail.
Pick that apart.
Wait, but that law would not affect you. It would have nothing to do with you because you was black. But if a white person or Jewish or Asian holds his ground against a black person, then that stand your ground law will go into effect.
Trayvon
Well, you
Martin,
also have.
Wait, let me just finish. The reason for that is black lives are worth less. They're worth less than others. It is. That's a fact.
Yeah, I can't agree with that. But I will say this: man, I can never just look at myself and my children we ain't worth nothing. You know what I mean? Compared to.
You want me to answer?
But I will say you also got that. You also have along with the stand your ground, you have what's called a castle doctrine as well, which is basically like stand your ground for your home. But it doesn't mean just because you see somebody outside that you can just start shooting out your window and kill them.
You can.
No, not where I'm from. No, you gotta let somebody steal your car.
Shampoo.
It depends how you see him as a threat.
Do not move out of New York.
Hang on.
He is in New York. That's where he lives.
That's what I'm saying. You don't need to leave New York.
Yeah, but you're not listening. You're not listening. If you see somebody out in front of your house at night and you start shooting at them and you're white and they're black, you will be justified. Damn, what y'all living in?
I don't know about that. Is that the law of New York?
I will say the shampoo.
Hey, what y'all trying to paint
systematically
a picture?
Shampoo, calm down, man.
Because you're trying to make a movie out of something. That's what it is. If you black,
no, I think would you say that is technically or like historically that's how the laws have been used against us? Would you say that's what the law stands for, or how it's been manipulated to allow certain people like that to get off?
I don't know what it is. I know in every situation when things like this happens, it's justified if the perpetrator is black. If the perpetrator is white, if a guy's in the subway and a black dude is acting up in the subway and a white man, Superman, to the rescue, comes and chokes the guy, was a real case in New York, choked the shit out of him till he died, he got off because this person was black.
That's not why. That's not why, Shampoo.
To this Karmelo Anthony thing, I think if he's going to get 35 years, then the appeal is the smart move. Because the appeal would give him the lesser time, like Anton Daniels was talking about. Yeah. And he could do that without a trial. Or he could take the appeal and go right back to trial. Whole new set of jurors. So, I mean, if you care about the young man, because, I mean, I think his life is just, I think his life is just like I said earlier, it's sad to see cases like this, whether you agree or disagree. It's still sad. And it's, it makes you wonder and think about what you could do differently to help your people. But the appeal is the smartest option. I'm glad, like, soon as that he got the verdict, he went straight to that appeal process.
And there was a black attorney on the airwaves talking about how the prosecutors and all of them got together and didn't have cameras kept all of the case side. Something he was talking about, all of these reasons why the appeal might work. Because again, he was a straight A student, yada yada yada. But the only thing against him, that strike against him, is his fucking color. That's the only thing he had.
Not that he killed somebody. That's not a strike.
No, yeah, that's a strike. No.
Not that he carried a weapon on school grounds. That's not a strike either.
Yes, yeah. That's a big strike.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not
strike. The main
I got a question.
Color. The main strike is his color.
The crazy part about it.
That's the main strike. He killed somebody. I think that killing somebody is worse than him being black. I think.
The crazy part about it is
still manslaughter. It wasn't premeditated. That's what's fucked up about the situation. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't premeditated. You know what I'm saying? If he plotted it out or put it like this, if dude would have whooped his ass and he went home and got something and came back and killed him, different story.
Okay, so for people that do agree with,
sorry, go ahead, Darby.
No, I was just last thing, Dalen. I appreciate your patience. For people that do agree with the verdict, though, and in situations like this involving minors committing serious offenses, like, do we believe that those people do deserve second chances, or should a 15, 16, 17-year-old that commits a crime, should they just be locked up for the rest of their life? Like, what do y'all think about that?
No, they gonna be locked up for the rest of their life.
I don't believe. Don't believe
he was a child,
locked
man.
up that long anyway.
That's a child.
What?
But I feel like
muted.
it's still. I feel like it's still insensitive when we were just talking about the black boy that got shot and killed, and we had all of the compassion for that little boy, but because it's a white boy, it's like, where's the compassion for the white boy dying?
Well, let me say this though.
I don't think he deserved it.
Anybody say he
deserved it.
Now let me ask y'all this though, right?
I want to make something really clear.
He was stabbed
and
gut open.
Between acknowledging that somebody does,
he was not gut open.
The consequences.
He hit him 2 inches and went down.
What you need to be sentenced for matters. So I think everyone agrees that Karmelo definitely does need to serve time, but what you're serving time for matters. And a lot of people believe that having the book thrown at him and having him serve the fullest sentence for a murder instead of giving him the less or the most for a lesser charge is what people are advocating for. So he definitely does.
So wait a minute. Let me ask you a question.
There's a lot of people that's advocating for him to not be guilty at all.
That's true.
Let me ask y'all a question.
It's manslaughter.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Like, what?
Let me ask y'all a question. If somebody was convicted for killing your son,
I swear to God, I was about to ask that.
If somebody is convicted for killing your son,
they need to die.
Do you have this much compassion?
No.
Okay, wait. So is it fair to say y'all not being objective?
Yes.
Because if you're saying hell no, then how does that lend itself to your argument that he needs to have compassion in the amount of time that he serves?
Because that wasn't the judge's son to throw the book at the young man. Look at the shit crew.
You're wrong.
If the white boy would have knocked him out, he hit his head and died, they'd have gave that white boy manslaughter.
You're wrong. The judge didn't sentence him. The jury did.
Okay, well, the jury.
So you're wrong, number one. The very basis by which you arguing is wrong.
No, it's not.
It is wrong because the judge don't have nothing to do with this.
Okay. Fuck the judge, the jury, everything, right? That wasn't their son. Or if it's our child, of course we gonna feel a certain way. That's our fucking child.
But even if it's your child. Okay, so prime example, right? My godson was killed. Last year, right, by another young man. When we got to court,
was he black?
That young man, but that young man is only going to get 17 years. But I had to take it on the chin because I know exactly who my godson is. And like I told his mom, it wasn't like he wasn't out here toting guns and doing the shit he was doing. So even though we're upset about it, you got to know who your kid is. So as you have to have compassion to say, you know what, that young man, but you got to say that young man didn't deserve to die either. a couple things in this situation, right? That young man didn't have to tell nobody to move. He wasn't nobody to tell nobody to get up. We understand that, right? But Carmelo Anthony, the kids in today's world, they're in fear of being embarrassed. They rather take a life than to go
They
on the
really
internet
are.
with their ass beat. They rather take a life than to end up a
But an
meme.
ass
They
beating
rather,
could cause you
They
your
yes.
trying.
life too.
Hey, SJ, they
But
trying
what
to
I'm saying
earn
is he didn't even
stripes.
let it.
They trying to earn
He
stripes,
didn't even
SJ.
let it get to that point because young men have egos. So in his head, in a different situation, if it might have just been one on one and he asked him to get up, it might have went different, right? But now it's the audience. Other kids are watching. Now you don't know if the other kids are saying, "Oh, look at him, he making them get up." You don't know how it. We don't know how it went down because there's no video. But the bottom
But
line
wait,
is the young man didn't deserve to die.
So I
Let me
have a
say
yeah,
It's a
he
this.
did
sad
not
I'm
deserve.
only
He
situation.
did
speaking
not
on the
deserve to die.
sentencing.
But to
I'm only speaking on the sentencing aspect of this because I did talk to the father today, and so we setting up a live stream to where
Wait, who father? Which one?
Carmelo
Carmelo?
Anthony's
Oh,
father.
okay.
that's what's
So
up.
we are setting up a live stream. So I'm trying to limit what I say, because I don't want to mess nothing up. Let's just say that. But as far as the
To
sentencing,
answer,
is concerned, I think, and I said this yesterday, but I'm gonna say it again today. I think you have to take into consideration what the family thinks. The family are the ones that are the most impacted by their son not being there, and because he was convicted, I think that the real conversation is the family should get to weigh in on how long he gets sentenced.
No, they're gonna be biased because
No, but
let's just be honest.
Within the guidelines of what happens, I think that you have to take into consideration what the family thinks.
but ain't that considered though manslaughter though, Anton? That's the whole
I
point.
would want him. I
No,
would
the
let
jury
them
had
weigh
an
it out.
opportunity. See, this is different than South Carolina. And I learned a lot in this conversation with these lawyers and doing all of this research. The judge actually was compassionate enough to say, yo, if you want to, you can convict him of manslaughter. He gave the jury the option to be able to convict him of manslaughter instead of murder. They convicted him of murder
And why?
because they said that he murdered him.
He
But
murdered
why do
him.
you think they did that?
Well, we didn't. Well, I don't go based off of what I
What?
think again
I know,
because first,
but we all doing hypotheticals because none of us were there.
you can't answer your question and not
There's a
let me
bunch of
answer
women
it.
on the panel.
Because first of all, I already said that I'm limiting what I think because I have to interview his father. That's number one. But number two, this wasn't an open case to where we get to see what was happening inside of the courtroom and the evidence that was presented. Unlike the Cyrus, the Cyrus case, we got to see that publicly. We wasn't privy to all of the evidence and everything that was presented inside of the courtroom. So I'm limited in the why
Truth. Yeah.
of murder. I don't know what evidence they presented. I don't know what the witnesses said on the stand. And so I'm trying to be objective. And that's one of the reasons why I want to interview the father, because I want to get his perspective. And then I got somebody else that I reached out to that is on the opposite end on the father. And hopefully I can get their perspective too, so I can have a balance in what was presented. But I can't speculate on that because I don't know the details of the case. None of us do.
it said the medical.
We leaning into the race aspect of it, but the fact of the matter is he was convicted. And then early in this case, I said, it's unfortunate on both sides. I want to wait until the evidence comes out and that they actually have the trial. And then I can give a more informed opinion. But the fact of the matter is they did convict him. So the jury did decide that he did do it. And more importantly, the family ain't never going to get their kid back.
Because not only that, Anton,
you say that the family shouldn't weigh in if they're the ones that are affected the most and they're not going to ever get their son back.
because they're gonna put that boy he should be dead. Because that's how I would feel, honestly. If I was a mother and someone else killed my son, that person should be eye for eye.
Yeah.
But let's just be honest.
Have the death penalty?
If roles were reversed, would y'all have that same sentiment? If that white boy would have killed Karmelo, would y'all have the same sentiment?
No, because he's black.
Of course.
Well, I would.
Yeah, I would have had the same thing. Like I said, premeditated murder and manslaughter are two different things. If it happened, like I said, if he'd have got his ass whooped, left the scene and came back and killed that boy, that's premeditated murder. But if y'all get
murder don't have to necessarily be premeditated, just to let you know.
But murder one does. Murder one does.
You intended to murder somebody. Even if you're abusing someone, assaulting someone, and they die, you have to prove that you intended to kill them, because if you
exactly,
that's why they will reduce
whatever it was that they had to prove. They proved it.
I don't
know about that.
You can't say you don't think so, and you don't know the details of the case.
Anton,
all we know is that a jury had the option to not convict them, to say not guilty. They had the option to go down to manslaughter. They had the option to do a lot of things.
But
they convicted. They said that you are guilty of murder. Okay.
I think it had a lot.
Can I say one thing to Anton? You're right. The jury decides. At the end of the day, we've seen cases. We've act like Tory Lane's case, prime example. The case was all over the place. Ain't no way I didn't understand how.
Not even relevant to the conversation.
Okay, let's take away from that. At the end of the day, it's really convincing the juries. So we don't know if they actually proved it was basically premeditated. The jury's a bunch of women. That's one. They did a good job picking the juries. And I don't think there was any black women on there, right? Or black people on there.
Here's the thing.
It was no.
The defense has just as much say so in making sure that they vet out and pick the right jury members as the prosecution. We're not gonna sit here and say that they don't have just as much weight and balance in that conversation. So y'all could throw out the jury argument because they get a list of the jurors to vet.
Two of them were teachers.
To vet through literally months and months ahead of time.
Yes.
So we can't use that as an argument.
What Karmelo should have done was he should have stabbed it.
Oh my
God. If he
God.
was going to have a fight with somebody, if Karmelo would have stabbed another black kid, he would have. It wouldn't have been no murder. Well, it would have been. It would have been.
Still would have been murder.
It would have been.
I think the medical examiner's testimony really swayed the case because what I was talking about with Jess earlier. She told the jurors that the knife left a gaping 2-inch wound that was so deep it pierced the bones in his chest to the right side of his heart.
2 inches is not even that
How do
deep.
I know it?
2 inches is not deep.
I'm looking at the. I've been watching this case and the reports on it and the medical exam. So the details are out.
But 2 inches is not that deep.
I put it in.
If it's a knife, that is deep.
That is deep as a knife.
No, it's not. No, it's not. 2 inches is a knife. Have you know 2 inches is like that small?
But there's a lot of bone. It's a lot of bone and stuff to go through to stab somebody in the chest. That's hard.
Hold on.
Man, that's
2 inches in the chest is
that'll kill you, man.
It pierced his
Well,
heart.
clearly it killed him. We know that.
That's why they could not resuscitate him. That's why they could not take him to the hospital.
No, I get what you're saying, but it's not I think that the law is guarding like 5.5 inches of a knife.
Well, that's the maximum size.
The maximum
that
size.
you can publicly carry a knife.
Yeah.
But no knives are supposed to be on the premises of any
it's the
store,
force too. It's not
whether
just
you're
the
an
2
adult
inches, the
or whether
force.
you're a kid. And that was the law. That's the law.
You know,
this is what I'm confused about.
You know what the crazy thing about the knife is? The knife was bought from Walmart, and I went on the website and it sold out. Everybody wanted that. Everybody wants that knife. That's how thick.
It's a foldable
knife.
It's a foldable.
Carmelo knew that. He knew that you're not
model
supposed
number.
to. He knew that you're not supposed to have a knife on that premises, so that's why it's kind of hard.
Do we know what happened to him at school for him to even carry a knife? We don't know.
Darren, she glad he did.
Because he ain't brought no knife to school just to be doing it. Something might have happened to that boy at school where he thought he needed to protect himself with a knife.
Darren.
That's not no excuse.
Hold on, Darren.
It's not.
Darren,
No.
respectfully, Darren, they not in the Bay. They were in a very, very nice, good area.
Where white people are in
real good area.
Why do y'all automatically say area is good just because white people is there? There's plenty of bad areas with bad fucking schools with white people in them. Y'all got this. Y'all got this.
No, I'm gonna tell you
mentality.
No, let me explain myself. Let me explain myself. I'm not saying it's good. What I'm saying is,
I was the one that was talking.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all automatically assume that something is nice just because it's white.
No.
And when I said he was in a good area, you said with them white folk, and it's like, what is that?
I'm gonna tell you why I said it. Let me tell you why I said it. Can I tell you why I said it? Because most likely white folk don't be that bold unless the numbers are on their side.
What?
I don't even know what
They're not gonna stand in no ghetto. The white folks are gonna stand in no predominantly black place and sit up there and try to push no line.
What does this have to do with him being raised?
What you mean?
What I mean is white folk.
First of all, you in
Darren,
California.
so
y'all gotta let him.
One mic. Hold on. One mic.
Let him be able to explain himself.
Exactly. What I'm saying is this: how many times have you seen white people, unless they're the police, come to a predominantly black area and try to push a line?
Well,
I don't understand.
Like he said,
it's a hostile
like Anton said.
He asked me a question. He said, "Why do I think it was white? Because it had to be predominantly white for the white boy to think that he could push, that he could punk a black man anywhere in that area."
When you're up north, they move different than down south. Down south, then white
he
boys.
out west.
Oh,
yeah, I'm out west.
Yeah, he's
so
west.
White people don't act like that. I'm from Seattle, so white people don't act like that there. But down south,
down south
in Texas, you roll the window down and be like, "You want to go, bro?" He be like, "Hell yeah, pull over." Big buff ass white boy.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
New York, they get cracking. Chicago white boys will get it cracking.
I will tell
White
you
boys will
this.
get it cracking.
I will tell you
Hop
this.
out on you. Yes, they
This
was
happened in
just
Frisco.
One mic, y'all. One mic.
This happened in Frisco, Texas. I lived in Frisco, Texas for 6 years. It is a multicultural place. It's not. It's a really nice area,
diverse,
but it's very diverse. It's a lot of Indians, Chinese. It's a lot of black people out there. A lot of black people. Right. I mean, Frisco. If you think about moving to the DFW area, that's the best place to be. Centennial High School.
Because you said there was a lot of black people.
Let me say this.
I mean,
I don't know. The South is probably the weirdest term to use for the South, because Mississippi is different than Atlanta. Atlanta is different than Florida. Florida is different than some of the places in Texas. Arkansas is way different than Louisiana. Like, there is no like one way that they act, because most of the East Coast is similar. Most of the West Coast is similar. Most of it. You know what I'm saying? As far as the culture, most of the Midwest is what it is. The South is such a vast, so many different places, so many different things. So it's hard to even, you know what I'm saying, put them in a box like that.
Well, I can say this because I'm actually from the South. I'm from Louisiana, and I live in Texas now. I can say that white folks out here is completely different than if you were to go to the Midwest, to the East Coast, or to the West. The South, they operate different, period. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. They do operate different. I have literally seen them. Cajuns, Creoles, all of that. Like, you can't even put them in a box when it comes to white folks
really
in Louisiana, in Mississippi,
or Tennessee,
in Florida, in Texas.
Yep.
You can't put them
the people, wait a minute. You can go to northern Florida and it's completely different than southern Florida. Like, Jacksonville is not the same as my Jacksonville is not the culture in Jacksonville is not the same as Miami, right? It's not even the same as Tampa.
And Monroe and Shreveport is not the same as New Orleans and Baton Rouge and Lafayette. What I'm telling you is they are completely different than the white folks y'all see in Michigan with the purple hair and the nose rings and all that.
They're different everywhere. It's not, white people are not a monolith even in the South. They're different in different states.
Yeah, I'm saying the same.
Like,
right.
the white people
they're saying the same thing.
The people down here are more bold.
Y'all gotta do one mic.
He's trying to.
No. They're
so
more
why is
bold
that?
down here
than
they are wherever y'all at.
Bro,
why is that?
Hold on, wait. In Texas alone, is way more liberal than in other places inside of Texas. All white people in Houston, the white people in Dallas is gay. They liberal as fuck. You're more likely.
And what about the white folks in Louisiana?
You're just as likely
What
to
about
walk.
the white?
You're just
What
as
about the
likely
white
to
folks
walk
in
into a
Louisiana?
white person in a liberal ass Dallas that has a similar view as a motherfucker in San Francisco. But that's much different than heading maybe
because they probably came from San Francisco.
In Austin.
Whoa, hold on. Wait. Now let me correct that. Most of the motherfuckers in San Francisco that's with that bullshit came from places like Texas where they didn't tolerate it. That's why they moved to San Francisco.
No, that's not true.
That's not
I'm there. You gonna tell me about some place where I'm at?
Yeah, I am. Because
y'all got him started.
Because San Francisco was the original gay capital.
What I'm saying is,
hold on. Way before Chocolate City, way before Atlanta, way before all of that shit. Ain't nobody bring that shit to y'all. Y'all did that shit over there in that liberal ass San Francisco. That was the original gay capital of the United States of America.
Trust me, that's a lie. Trust me.
You telling me San Francisco wasn't the original gay capital? That's where all of the gay people left. They went and fled. They fled to San Francisco.
That's what I just said.
So what are you saying?
He's saying that they came from Texas. No, they
I
did not.
I said like. I didn't say they came. They came from all over. Come on now.
No. San Francisco.
It ain't even 1 million people in San Francisco. So what are you saying? It ain't never been 1 million people there.
In San Francisco, it was the most accepted gay capital in the United States of America.
And that's why a lot of people flocked to, and that's why people came from all over the country.
Because y'all was already gay
to live there.
So they was looking to be with more gay
Hold on. Who was y'all?
San Francisco.
Who was y'all?
You.
Come on, man.
No,
you
ain't saying me.
About you. Ain't nobody I would never disrespect you like that. Okay. Even on a live stream. There's nothing that you said that's disrespectful. I wouldn't disrespect you like that. When I'm saying y'all, I'm saying the identity of
say them. Say them. I feel better if you do that.
Another shampoo.
Okay, there we go.
Hey,
them over in San Francisco.
Let me ask them something.
They were the gay capital.
Hey, hold on. Shampoo, don't say shit, because New York just as gay.
No, but I was going to ask you something. During her, when you sit down,
don't talk that shit about that Greenwich Village ass shit. Where do you think the village people came from?
Shampoo be caping for him.
Shampoo, what is the meaning behind the fingernail polish? Like, when did you start doing that?
Yeah, he
No. We not moving to
where the village people come from?
We do not give a damn.
They came from New York, am I right? Greenwich Village, right? Hey, Anton, come on now. Hey, Anton, I've been watching you for a couple of years, nigga. Tell the truth. Where you come from? Where the village people come from?
The next one.
Macho Man YMCA singing ass motherfuckers come from.
I think that stuff is becoming even more blended though, because especially with social media, a lot of people look the same everywhere. Like it used to be more of a divide. A New York person, you know what I'm saying? They was expected to have Wallabies and Timbs on or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Person over on the West Coast, I expected for them to have Chucks.
Yeah. Or Jordans.
Yeah, and so now everybody kind of look the same everywhere.
Because everybody want to do different styles and shit.
Yeah. Well, it's social media and rap music.
Yeah. I think that everybody kind of be looking the same in most places. Especially, in Atlanta, they love bedazzled jeans. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that's there.
all I know is
Houston and Atlanta, they love rhinestones and bedazzles. I don't know what's going on.
Right. Oh,
Atlanta, Houston, these niggas wear jean shorts and put bedazzles on them. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Shit, that means they want to bedazzle you. They
do. They like bedazzles and they like it on their shirts, their shorts, everywhere.
Hey, Jess, about an hour ago, didn't I see your pussy on the couch?
What?
The cat. She had a cat.
Oh, I'm like, I got a dime cat.
Hey, Jess, the fact that you check your pants. The fact that you check your pants.
Wow, boy, a wild boy. Hey, you a wild boy, man.
I was like, I hope not.
Hey, look,
Hey,
yo,
wild boy.
that
pussy was all over the couch.
I saw the cat in the background. I was thinking,
oh man, that's a wild boy, man.
I thought you were gonna say, yeah, my pussy was.
Yeah, no, because I had to make sure. I'm like, I know I got on bottoms. So it took me a minute to get you talking about the cat.
He threw off.
Wait, you actually looked down to make sure you had on bottoms?
She did.
She looked down.
I did that to my son today. I said, you dropped your
Listen,
head.
I'm at my house. I'm at my house, okay?
This boy crazy.
Yeah, your pussy gonna be out of you want.
Yo,
Hey, that was a good
Shampoo
one.
know how to change the subject.
I was
that
thinking
was a
that I
good
was
one,
gonna
though,
have to,
Anton didn't know what he was about to talk about.
No, I thought I was gonna have to have the live stream. I was like, shit, we about to fuck up the whole shit.
Right, I was stressed out. Like, whoa.
Just about to fuck up the money.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
or make some.
Oh shit.
Or animal. Jeez,
I don't know how you caught that so fast.
Because I saw the cat bounce up on the camera over here about an hour ago.
I was like,
yeah.
Y'all know Shampoo wild. This
Yeah,
man.
you wild boy. He's a wild boy.
Y'all funny.
Oh my gosh. Anybody else got something to say before I get to the super chats?
I'm trying to figure out if y'all prefer to talk about more popular culture stuff like this, or if y'all prefer more relationship type stuff.
No, this right here. This was fun. I like this type of shit.
What happened?
I think it's what's trending though, Anton. The Karmelo case that has been trending.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas those relationship topics, it's like it's the same topics because it's the same BS going on with just
It really
different
is.
people. Like it's just a new podcaster saying she don't like men, or men ain't this and women ain't this, just different people. But this that's
Telling y'all
trending
that for weeks and nobody be listening to
I'll tell you.
No, I mean that's just how it's been going. Like that's just social media though. But this stuff that's trending, the Karmelo case, the thing that people are interested in. But then again, we don't know when we're gonna come across another Karmelo case. So it's
No, here's the problem with it. It's that
Q, and you encourage us people to use our brains when we have conversations instead of people.
yeah, but here's the problem. Like on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I know I'm gonna have the same people, right? And so I can kind of send the topics out ahead of time, and people can kind of do the research. With these type of cases, it's so many different factors and so much going into it. And then I don't know who's going to be on and stuff like that. So
What the hell is going on with this shit?
a lot of times I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If people are prepared to have these in-depth conversations, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to figure out.
That's the beauty of it, though.
I mean,
that's the beauty of it.
But I didn't know who that Chow guy was. I ain't gonna lie. When Anton told me, I had to Google to see what he did. Because then again, I don't really be on the little social media thing anymore like that. The Asian guy.
I knew it when it first happened, and nobody talked about the Asian man that shot the 6-year-old boy in 2021, whose bike just fell in his lawn, and he shot him. But they actually sent him to prison, but let him out early. And I think that's what makes people mad. Like, you knew not to try to let somebody off that shot of baby, a 6-year-old, but because he was a YN, I guess he felt like let off.
Black lives are worth less. That's the lesson.
You need to stop talking like that. You create division because your life is not.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do? You listen. The next time you talk to God, ask him. Say whose lives is worth.
No,
he's gonna say niggas.
You can make this a set panel, Anton, if you want.
No, I think what make it unique is that we don't know what we're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you don't know what type of people you be having. Like the men.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. I kind of like, not knowing what's gonna happen and just kind of winging it in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, Dalen, yes, Africans are welcome on this panel. Anybody, she, he, them, they. We had trans on here. We had gay guys.
We don't mind booty scratchers.
Don't come on there with no monkey breath.
My gay friend to come up here because Anton gonna insult him.
No, we had a trans on here. Like, yo, the trans. No,
this is all Q's work.
Listen, but it was like, listen, I knew the topic beforehand. We were talking about trans, right? But then the person was sitting quiet, right? Like for a while, like, and then they spoke and had a deep voice, and the men were like,
Yes.
I would have knew.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But as soon as Shim spoke, they were like, "Are you a trans?" It was a funny episode.
But y'all
that was hilarious.
It was a funny episode because then the person started going at it with one of the panelists, and the trans was really getting him. Like,
that's how you can tell.
That's because a gay dude. You don't want to argue with a gay person.
And then the trans get up and walked away for a second, and everybody died laughing.
Because Logic was on the panel. Logic was, what the hell? Oh hell! He was. I'm gonna find the clip. That clip was the funniest thing ever.
They get mad fast because they're not what they want to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
No. It wasn't that. The guy was actually coming for the trans person. So then, yeah, the person, hit back. Mm-hmm. Like Shim gonna take so much Transformers and this, that, and then that clip was funny. I ain't gonna lie. But let's get to the super chats real quick. Dalen says, I want to come on next panel. Hey, if y'all are interested to come on the panel, you gotta DM me an IG and say panel, right? So ladies, don't be scared. I'm always looking for new ladies. Men, just hit me. If you've been on here already, don't hit me up, okay? Please, we want new men on here, okay? Men.
Shout out to all of the African booty scratchers.
Shout out to Dalen. I haven't seen you since Fight Club. Miss Heavy Tits 9,000. This story hurts my heart. Two families have basically their children. Everyone is making it about color and not thinking about the families.
Shout out to Heavy Tits. I ain't seen her in a while.
Heavy Tits. Wow. Hey, Heavy Tits, you want to join the panel? Hit my DM.
Damn, they heavy in the picture.
Yeah, we've seen her on panel. It's real heavy. Brooklyn Kennedy 7698. All you lame stink. Go New York. We up. Boo. Gemini Crickety says Darren's bringing up mass shooters when black people do mass shootings in the hood even more. A 2-year-old's birthday party was shot up. Still wrong. DJ 451 says the premeditation was met when he said do it and see what happens. The prosecution convinced the jury that he planned to stab him. Greatness to work A1A says, I advise everyone to go look at Hunter's news interview the day the incident happened. It throws out everyone who testified against Karmelo. The Black Pack. Obi-Wan Kenobi says Darren's is Slimmy's sassy cousin. Great Daler says, SJ, your face looks moisturized. Where are you from? Great Daler. Shimmy's on Anton's other nights. Great Daler says, y'all still are Africans on? Yes, we accept any and everybody. I don't discriminate. The Great Daler says, Anton, nice interview with that lawyer. Marcus 9080 says, no one must have played high school sports because it doesn't matter what sport you play. It is super disrespectful to go to the other team's area. I don't think so, Marcus. That's wrong because even I did track. Like, we would go talk to other teams because we knew other people from the other teams. So it's not that disrespectful. We just go chill.
I mean, depending on how much you lost about it.
It's kind of different nowadays because
my daughter, it's not lost by.
Wait, wasn't he called over there?
Well, hold on. I just got one more question.
It's different now though, Q, because now it's like it's changed so much. And
but was Karmelo called
for
over
protection?
there?
I got a quick question, just real quick, and then y'all can deep dive a little bit more. Why do Africans get offended at booty scratcher?
I don't know. Where did that derive from? Can an African tell us why they? I used to hear that in college, and I never understood where it came from.
And I'm genuinely curious. Like, why do they get bothered by that? Because, like, I see some of them kind of going crazy in the chat.
There's another one.
I know. Yeah. See.
And ain't stabbed or shoot anyone. So maybe they okay with it.
See, y'all be in the chat talking big shit. And then when I say booty scratcher, y'all get offended and all of that shit. Now y'all do way more than that. I know what y'all Africans be doing. I know how y'all get down over there. Y'all straight up bandits. Y'all come over here and y'all try to act like y'all got some respect. And y'all always got y'all feet out. I don't know what that is. Feet be ugly as fuck.
You are
They always got them goddamn sandals on, bro. And
Nothing on sandals. Caribbean wears sandals.
Jesus sandals.
Taylor said he don't get offended. It came from gods. Must be crazy. Came from gods.
nah, African booty scratcher was around when I was a little kid because
Yeah, where did that derive from though?
we used to
Elementary
call
school.
yeah.
Hmm.
Y'all got them sandals on. Y'all weird as fuck because y'all act like can't nobody date y'all little musty daughters.
No, because all cultures stick with each other though, Anton. So it's not just
nah.
Asians don't want the Asians to dip out. The Jews don't want to, dip out. The Italians are the same. The Hispanics are the same. At times they don't want to, they don't like the interracial stuff.
Nah, they don't want nobody dating.
Them women love Africans out
they
here.
They little earthy daughter.
I gotta say, Spanish women love black.
Mm.
They do. I swear they do.
Yeah, the daughters might, but not the daddies. Daddies don't want them to date blacks.
I think they
he said it comes from a movie called Gods Must Be
Nah,
Crazy.
dog, that was around Guys Must Be Crazy stole that shit. That's when y'all Africans learned it. That shit been around since way before then, man. We've been identifying booty scratchers.
I mean, it's a good point. He says that it's just stupid when your booty.
I heard it on
don't
Boys
scratch
in the
it.
Hood. Is that Boys in the Hood?
That's a good point. All y'all scratch
Before
your
that,
booty.
if you don't wipe yourself good, your booty will scratch.
Well, I think it's because we always thought that they use leaves.
Juice and still
We always thought that they use leaves.
Yeah, and leaves.
If your booty itch, you got parasites.
Leaves are the worst thing because it'll smear it.
No,
not for Africans because they got
crumple it up.
they got they used to it.
They make it rough. Yo, rough it up.
Not rough.
You
so they saving money on toilet paper.
Slide, man, rough it up.
Rough is crazy. Anton, did you make up with anybody else? Or just
Did I make up with
anybody else? Were you in a nice mood regarding anybody else?
Oh, well, I didn't make up with nobody. I'm just cool. You know what I'm saying? Like
I see you
don't have
did your skincare on your head too, Anton.
Oh yeah, I'm gorgeous.
That's that teeth. They look shiny. You need to get shampoo some of that teeth.
I'm a dolphin. Like my whole body is smooth.
You need to send some of the shampoo.
Whoa. You shave?
You cool with Jay too?
You
shave your balls?
Who's Jay?
100%.
Shampoo.
Who's Jay? Who's that Jay?
You always worried about somebody's balls.
Because hair
Why you?
Oh, Jasmine.
hair holds bacteria. So if you're not like,
I don't want to hear nothing about another nigga balls, man.
Anton, don't it hurt when you go around your balls with that thing?
Did I miss something?
Too invested.
I thought he was upset.
you gotta use
you gotta use
the tea.
You gotta use special stuff so that you don't hurt yourself.
Like Nair.
Shampoo.
Nah.
You gotta use Tease Him.
AD.
Huh?
Tease Him.
Get
you right.
I was saying.
One mic on Carmaya.
I
know. Some of y'all need to shave so that you can see your dick.
Yeah. Oh no.
What? No here.
Yo, I'm about to go.
Some of y'all got that. Some of y'all got that ditty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we'll still get an
And so you gotta shave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When you said Diddy, all I see in my head is Diddy dance.
What do you get out of that? Smooth ball. Don't you need hair? What do you
It's what you get out of it.
You said what, Dalen?
What do you get out of smooth balls? Don't you like the fur?
It's what you get out of it.
No, it's
you like fur?
Do you like hair in your teeth?
I mean,
do you like getting hair caught in your teeth?
I'm
doing it for you.
No man African?
I don't juggle balls, but I like.
So
the
you
fuzz
like fur?
I like the fuzz because it keeps the vulva warm when he pushing it in and out in your.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Dalen. Listen, Dalen, and this is the honest to God truth. The richer I get, the lazier I am. So it's a possible.
In and out, and the ball.
The richer I get, the lazier
I'm done.
I become. I'm probably like a bad fuck at this point because I just be like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
I'm not doing all of that pushing. That's a younger man game.
Well, so what do you do?
I gotta actually love you.
The Spurs.
So thrust?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spurs lost. Okay.
Why would I ever entertain? Why would I go sweat for you?
Taylor says shampoo looks dusty.
Yeah, okay.
Man, I don't think no.
Okay, well, hey Taylor, when I bring you on here next week, tell him that on the
Tell me that to my face, and I'll tell you.
Especially in my situation, because I got a big dick. So.
Oh,
you.
Yeah.
I was
I can get away with a little bit more. See, y'all, the niggas that be extra performative sometimes, because they trying to make sure that they make up for things.
What's being extra performative? You got to use your stick. If you have a big pole, then you got to let your woman swing from it, and you got to use it.
All righty then. Good night, everybody.
You probably couldn't take no big dick.
Late now, boy.
Wait a minute. What you say,
Demon
Shampoo?
time now.
How you up by 30 points and lose?
Conversation just went like.
I definitely want to thank you guys all.
One mic on SJ. Go ahead, SJ, because I'm about to.
I definitely want to thank all you guys for having me. It was amazing being here. I appreciate. No, I got a really early morning. 2 of my clients have court, so I have a really early.
And I might be a little bit buzzed.
Definitely appreciate being here, and I appreciate meeting all you guys. And I hope to see you guys again.
Thank you, SJ. Definitely come
You're
back.
welcome.
Anybody else before we go?
Likewise.
I don't want to hear about y'all penises.
Go, Nick. Go, Nick.
But I will say that.
I hope y'all trash our whole city tonight.
Q is just
I hope y'all
salty.
trash our whole city tonight.
Q is salty because she got 3 chances at getting the team right to get into the championship. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio.
I never rocked with Dallas or Houston. I've always been a Spurs.
The point is,
fan.
you got 3 Texas teams.
Anton, what team you got? Detroit ain't making no championship.
What do you mean? We'll be in the championship next year.
No, definitely not. It's okay. We got a young team. Yeah, that I don't get that. 29 points.
But really, right now, it's probably all about the Knicks, right?
I'm only rooting for the Knicks.
They're not going to win it anytime soon, so that's why they have to win it.
I'm only rooting for the Knicks because I feel like San Antonio would have got a lot of chances, and then the window for the Knicks.
Got a lot of chances because in the past, the last championship.
No, they have a lot of chances coming because they have Wembanyama.
Of course, and
I think that the Knicks window is right now. They got to get it right now.
Yeah, if they don't get it right now, they done.
Young,
of course, but that don't mean I'm still gonna root for them. No, all day Spurs fan.
Man, but
and New York about to trash their own city tonight. Go ahead, Shampoo.
Yeah, but you was talking crazy.
No, but hold on, Shampoo. Before we started this live, I did say I'm not about to jinx because I know how the Spurs are.
Who got yelling?
Who got the? What the fuck is happening? That's you, Darby.
That's Darby.
It is.
Who's that, Darby? I muted you.
That's Darby.
Darby was on social media.
See you later, Darby.
No, but before we started, I said let's not jinx the
Darby, let me
Spurs.
ask you something before you go.
Y'all, everybody sound like chipmunks all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that was your mic.
Is that because I'm just curious? Is that a Rolex you got on? I've been watching it all night.
You've been watching my watch all night?
Yeah, put your wrist up. Put your wrist up.
There we go.
How you notice that was a Rolex?
That ain't a Rolex, is it?
Yes, sir, it is.
How you notice that? His wrist wasn't even in the camera. How you beat that?
No, let's.
How did I get it?
No, I said no. I said how did Shampoo peep that? Because his wrist wasn't in the camera.
Everything.
Yeah, I could tell you was watching. What's her name? Cat.
It shouldn't move like that. It's supposed to be solid on. You know. What I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
All
take
right.
a link off. Take a link off.
I gotta take one more link off, but when I take another link off, man, it be too tight and I sweat a lot.
Yeah, but it can't move like that.
All right, this is cute here. I'm about to go to sleep mad. You guys have a good night. Make sure you follow all the.
Don't be so mad.
Because Anton, like I don't
be salty, Q.
First off, 29 points. Then you got Darren Fox. Hold the damn ball. Y'all got 6
Don't be
seconds.
salty, Q.
6 seconds. Why not hold the ball? Why you going for a layup,
Don't be
dummy?
salty, Q.
You are a vet.
Don't be salty.
I'm salty. I'm very salty.
Dalen, when you gonna get a goddamn mic?
I'm about to give Dalen my mic.
Buy a mic.
I'm gonna give Dalen my mic.
I got a mic for you, Dalen. I got a
Nah,
mic.
you don't get to give up your mic, Q.
We gotta talk about that, Anton.
Hey, Anton. Hey, Anton.
We gotta talk about. I did tell Dalen, you can have my mic.
Hey, Anton.
We're not doing that.
Hey, Anton. Don't you got a mic for Dalen?
You crazy, bro.
I don't hate nobody. I just like people.
You crazy, dog.
Boy, that wild.
I got a mic you can sing on.
That boy wild, man.
That mic not
He's a wild dude, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that boy, that wild.
You sound like you choking on pancakes.
Oh my god! I told Dalen you could have my mic. Cause Dalen, you in Houston, right? Huh? You in Houston, right? I told her she could have my mic.
What the fuck you on, Q?
I don't know how to buy a mic. I don't know what to do. And Shampoo, stop being nasty to me. My man can hear you upstairs.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Dalen,
Downstairs.
did your man hear you ask all them questions about hairy nuts and all that?
Well, I was asking the men, like I didn't know men were like.
Well, you're gonna have to explain that.
Hey, Darby. Hey, Darby, he ain't hear that because she took his nuts.
He ain't hear that.
Oh, shit.
Man.
Oh,
Don't be talking to that girl, man.
Wait. So women don't prefer.
You'll be in trouble, girl.
Just in general, women don't prefer smoothness.
Dalen, you think African?
I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
He a hairy guy by nature. Is that why?
He's a Black American, and sometimes he will do that. And then when it's time to make love,
Well, we don't want to know about him in particular. We just talking in general.
I think that
straight to the point.
if you're going out of your way, usually men will do that when they have like a new partner and they want to impress and they want to make their penis look bigger, because it does when you remove it does. It's scientifically proven that when you take pubic hair out of the picture, you focus on nothing but the genitalia.
Scientifically proven?
Wait,
It's crazy.
That don't even make sense,
Okay,
Dave.
it's visual.
How is that scientifically proven?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, well, maybe not
Dalen got
I will say the masses have said that when you take a distraction like pubic
the masses
off the table, then something appears to be bigger than what they are. Like objects.
Oh, I get what she's saying. When men get rid of the hair, their penis looks bigger than what it is.
Yeah.
Or we could just know that hair holds
germs,
bacteria, and moisture, especially in the summertime, and you want to be as smooth as a dolphin.
Y'all know when
also a barrier for protection. That's why we as humans grow it.
We're not hunter gatherers no more.
See, if I change,
but that doesn't mean you get rid of it. It just means that you maintain a certain level of hygiene.
But Dalen, are you hairy down there?
Yeah, she hairy.
Hold on, I'm just gonna say that my peach. Don't worry about its food.
Okay, no, I'm just saying, because if you're not hairy down there, then that defeats your having hair creates a barrier. A lot of women aren't hairy down there; they get rid of it.
The amount of hair. I don't think you should keep a piece of buckwheat in between your legs.
I like that. I
don't have a problem with a mohawk. I
like the hairy as a motherfucker.
Shampoo. You want a bush?
I like that. No bullshit. I ain't saying that shit. No bullshit. I like
that. Go fix your stuff later, man.
I preferred that, and I actually had to cut him off because he would prefer
big bush. Like when you got your panties coming out the bottom and shit.
Yes, he actually was, and that's creepy because
I knew he was a booty scratcher.
Yeah.
Knew he was a booty scratcher.
Oh my god!
This
is room 9 conversation.
They so used to chasing orangutans and shit.
Oh god!
Not orangutan, baby. Not they be in the jungle,
leaping from trees and stealing wallets.
I'm gonna just say this, y'all, and I'm gonna go to bed. A man once told me, he said a bald P word is a busy P word.
That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie.
I believe it because why you have to keep it like that all the time unless you're trying to show off in front of a new man. You want to
go on, Bridget.
Or a girl can just have laser because that's what she likes.
Yeah. And they so used to doing wild shit in the jungle.
Hey Darius, what you watching over there, man?
And then when they finally get some technology,
you watching the stream over there?
When they finally get some technology, then they start talking about that they want to they a king of Zamunda. If you send them 10,000, they'll send you 200 million back.
Anton got my scamming. What the heck?
Man, look, a real
Then they start doing. Then they start opening up daycares in Minneapolis and
I can't hear shit.
This sound goofy, y'all.
Opening up daycares in Minneapolis and sending phishing schemes and attacks.
Oh my gosh, I can't even concentrate.
Then that's when they start boarding Captain Phillips' ship.
What the heck is Anton talking about?
And hijacking cargo.
He said, "Where my scamming ninjas at?" Ew, this person said, "I love the bush."
That's what I'm talking about.
Not Zimbabwe inflation.
That's what
they start stealing cargo from Tom Hanks.
Appreciate the
moved up.
This person said, "Y'all ever been so mad? Y'all got so much energy." That's how I feel right now. But
you
I'm about
gotta
to
let
y'all go.
You gotta
I can't. Y'all know Diddy big mad. He's not at the Knicks game. But no, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys have a good night. I hope you other Knicks fan don't have a good night tonight. But make sure you tune into the Millionaire Morning Show tomorrow. Anton, I will call you mañana. You guys have a good night.
Don't be calling me. No, hell no.
Right on.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow before Bible study. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
All right.